Dream. I am here with Jessica Jones-Langley, and we are here to entertain you with games and talk about politics. And what are we going to talk about this time? Jessica, can you tell us maybe?
Okay, sure. So the topic that we're going to be talking about this week is homelessness in Europe, which is absolutely crazy. I was on my Twitter feed today and I saw this really, really long line of people like my age lining up for a food bank. So it's really, really topical. It's crazy how hungry people are and how desperate some situations are for people, especially during COVID. So really excited to play some games and talk about homelessness and housing security in Europe.
Well, thank you very much. I hope so too, and I hope people will actually help out here with this because homelessness is, as you said before, a very it's a big problem, right?
Definitely. It's like when you think of what Europe's achieved over the last decade, we've done some amazing things, but housing never has really been added to that list. I think homelessness, the numbers are really vague. It's really hard to see what's happening with the homelessness in Europe. But I think it's like increased by 70% in the last decade.
That's
And with
horrible.
COVID, it's only getting worse. So it's a really serious situation that not many people really talk about. It's not a sexy topic to talk about, but I think Volt is
Yeah.
shining a light on this topic. It's really good.
Well, I'm very happy to have you over, and maybe we can, help that cause just a little bit. Um,
Definitely.
so we are here with a small group of people, and we are going to play Among Us tonight. And it's of course a very popular game, and we will hopefully play it well. I don't have a lot of experience with it myself, but I can guarantee you it will go a bit better than Rocket League by a bit. But with us we have right now Draco, Robin, Carlo, and Anna. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Recycling. Um, so what is the thing, Robin? Maybe you can help us with an introduction.
Yes, hello everyone, and it's so cool to finally be doing that. We've been talking about going live on Twitch and actually having our game nights, talking about some important topics, and it's really cool that we're actually finally doing it. Very excited, and definitely thank you very much for hosting this. So as Jessica said, we're going to be talking about homelessness tonight. It's a very quite an important topic, and I think right now I don't know how it has been at your in your cities. I know here in Brussels, the last week it got down to -10, -15 sometimes with the winds, and you could see some people on the street. You're like feeling, gosh, it's crazy that we're not doing more to help those people. What can we do? And it's very good that we are shining a light on this topic tonight. Um, Actually, we are also going to talk about the Stop Homelessness petition. This is a petition that was launched by team of voters, including Jessica here, who can tell us a bit more about it later. Uh, and that was made we made it together with an NGO, a charity called Homeless Entrepreneur. Maybe Jessica, would you like to tell us a bit about the about our partner, about the charity?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's headed by Andrew Funk, who's this amazing guy based in Barcelona. He's doing so much down there to help the community in the homeless community in Barcelona and also in Spain. There's so many things that he's doing. For example, they have like a number that people can call if they find themselves in situations where they can't find a place, a secure place to sleep that night. There's also lots of programs. There's the Homeless Entrepreneur Program, which is promoting a way for people finding themselves in situations where they can't find jobs or housing to, make money, make a living for themselves, so they can, take a step back into being a citizen in the community. So these are, especially coming from a political party, these are like exactly what people need day in, day out. And this vision that you mentioned before, Robin, is like policies. It's kind of like a bigger, we're trying to make sure that homelessness doesn't continue in Europe, where Andrew and his amazing organization, A Homeless Entrepreneur, is really helping the people on the ground in Barcelona. So he's been amazing help in terms of the knowledge required to fight this problem and try and solve it.
That's really amazing. Wow, cool.
Really is. Really inspiring guy. I really encourage everyone to check out his webpage. He's got so many amazing resources and interviews with people that he's helped. So go online to thehomelessentrepreneur.org and you can check out what he does and support him further.
Yeah, about that supporting, actually, there is also a way to donate to the Stop Homelessness cause, actually. So the way we've set this up is that we will intermittently spam the donate link in the chat. So please, if you feel that you are able to, then click that button and send them some money on their way, because, well, it has not been the easiest of times, especially with COVID. Also, the winter, like we just had that very cold period, and those periods are, problematic.
Definitely. Especially here in Paris, there's a curfew at 6 o'clock. So like every night I go home and I stay home, and I'm really privileged to live in a really nice warm apartment. But there are so many out there that don't have the same kind of situation that I do. So I'm really in awe of what Andrew is doing, and really encourage anyone to give what they can to help him out.
Yeah. So with that, so what we are actually going to do is we are going to play Among Us for half an hour, and then do half an hour of interview talking. The reason for that is because it is Among Us is a bit of a intensive game, especially for a noob like me. I want to be focused. I want to rant on screen. And to talk about politics might not be, or in this case homelessness, it might not be the easiest thing to do at the same time. And I don't want to dilute the cause because of that. So I hope you understand that. Having said,
I think it's a good organization, right? We talk a bit, then we play a bit, and if you have any questions or if you want to participate, say something, you can always write in the comments, and then we can talk about it when we come back debating, right?
Yeah. Aside from the fact that, of course, you cannot watch me play live all the contestants, because that will be cheating. That's not allowed. Yeah.
And how do you want to check that we don't?
Don't make that an excuse for actually beating me, because I know I am just so good at this game. I will know whether you cheat or not. Easy.
Well, I think if I win, it definitely I cheated.
Have you played before, Robin?
Actually, no. As incredible as this sounds, I have never played Among Us. That's saying about how much I have a social life during quarantine, right?
So, Jessica, I think you will own us. It will just be terrible. We will be those poor human worker drone souls being slaughtered by an evil alien. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think you're giving me too many props. I'm not an expert at this game. I've only played a few times, but it's really popular. I played with my nephew, and he always beats me. Very strategic. I think he cheats, but it's fine.
Draco, Carlo, everyone, have you already played?
Like twice. I'm definitely not a pro.
All right. Well,
but I know how to eject people into space, if that helps.
I mean, that's always a valuable skill to have, right?
I don't know that.
Totally.
Do you mean in the game? Or?
I just checked my Steam account because I played it quite a lot before the exams period, and I have accumulated 50 hours already. So I would say I'm not a pro, but I do know a trick or two.
Oh my goodness.
But
That's
in
good.
this chat, you're
You're an
definitely
expert, Carlo.
definitely considered a pro. I mean, if you want to know my level on it, I downloaded the game an hour ago.
Well, then
Oh
you
no!
fun.
Same here. I haven't played ever before.
Oh, this will be a whole lot of fun. I'm really looking
Oh, well,
forward.
this should be interesting.
All right, so about that, I think having had the proper introductions to this, we should maybe just get started with our first session. Oh no, what's going on?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I kind of lost you there. That's sad. There we go. That's better. All right. Something went wrong with my configuration, but we are back at it again. Sorry about that, people. Yes. Thank you for following Andre Magnol. That is super cool. All right. How is everyone? Is everyone ready for our first game?
I'm ready.
Hey.
Let's go.
Perfect. All right, then let's get this show started. And I think, yes, there we go. And as we should be starting now, looking for a game to capture. There we go. So, who is going to host?
That's a really good question.
Is the one who is asking, isn't it? Isn't it always the one who's asking?
It's always the one who's
Well,
asking.
the one who does. Yeah, all right.
All right, so I am going to host a game. I'm just going to go for it. We will have 6 people, if I'm correct, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. All right.
I think we lost Anna. She jumped in the channel above here in the Discord.
Oh no.
Give me a second.
I have no idea how.
I'll try to treat her, and she should be back.
This is
And
beautiful.
Anna is back.
Mike,
Yeah,
as
if
a
anyone's losing
recommendation,
connection, just let me know.
as a recommendation for the game settings, when you play with 6,
2
it's best to
imposters.
start with one.
One imposter. Ah, gotcha.
Because the thing is that if you have 2 imposters and each of them has only 1 kill, the game is already won for them because
Yeah,
they are
gotcha.
the same number as the astronauts.
All right, so we have 1 imposter, 6 players, and the chat is other. I love that. Let's not confirm to this. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so the code will be sent. Well, it's right here on the screen. It is AGQSMF. And I'm going to put this in our neat little chat. Is this EJQSMF? There we go. Hello, Morisenko. Thank you for the follow. Awesome. I hope you're here and going to have a lot of fun. Let's see. Give me a second. Oh, this is so cool. AGQ SMF. It is going to be in the streamers game discussion chat.
Cannot find the game.
EJQ SMF. And of
Or
course,
just copy it from
it
the
is
game
public.
discussion channel where it was pasted.
Yeah.
Seems like I have a very creative name, which is Player 1.
Yeah. to be
What server are you using to host?
channel?
Because I know that the European ones are not always optimal.
Okay. Okay. Let's check. I have no idea how to check this. Oh my god, this is so amazing. We are so prepared for this.
I see Drake is inside, so I'll keep you trying.
Yeah. The chat it's in the game discussion chat.
I have so many chats.
And hello, der unglaubliche Stever. Welcome. That was a mouthful, actually. Thank you for making me say that. I'm happy that I can. And Morisenko, whether you can join the game. Let's see. Let's see whether the rest can get in. If they can't, then we might have to be creative here.
I can't find the chat. Where should I be looking for it?
And in the gaming category,
Yeah.
on the game discussion, if you do not see that, you want to go to the roles area and assign yourself the gamer role.
You are amazing, Carlo. Thank you.
You saw the post on Teams. Yeah, well, I mean, and here you are. Thank you so much. Super cool. Are you looking forward to watching, Steve? I'm just going to walk around, you know, during COVID times I don't get enough exercise as is, so might go for a little jog here.
Yeah, but the most important question, how do I change my name?
Do you want to?
You
On
actually
the
have
start
to,
screen, no?
exactly. You have to leave the lobby and then you can change the name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that totally means I leave and join again. So let's see where I change my name.
How's it going, Jessica?
I don't actually manage to join.
Not well.
Oh no. Okay.
So I've gone
When
private
I
and I
put the
put
code,
in
it doesn't
the.
work.
Yeah, me too.
Try again, please.
I don't know if you can see my screen.
I mean, I copy pasted the thing.
Says-
So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I joined the second time now. It seems to work well. Just make sure you don't have an extra space at the end after pasting your characters, I assume.
So I go through private, right?
I mean, I put it on public right now.
Yeah, online.
On workplace even. Yeah, there we are. We have Nikla and 2021. And I am worried that we do not know these people. That's so cool. We might have to reboot in a bit. Oh, and there's Merv. Okay.
Wow.
Calling this. I'm going to leave the game and rehost in private.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Who
managed.
are these people?
Yeah. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, so First.
We need a new code, or
Yeah.
how do we do that?
I'm going to rehost. Create game. 6 people, other is going to be perfect. Yeah. And I'm running an older version of the game. That's bullshit.
Oh, it became outdated within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That one
Wait,
code.
what is happening now? Then?
Yeah, the code is CYKPOF.
Thank you.
What's going on? I did not enter any game.
How come you cannot join?
Oh no.
I have no idea.
It's just don't tell it in streams or others might join again. That's
Wait,
true.
now that
I mean, this
Or
was
just mumble it.
perfectly planned. CYKPOF. Also, I am at der unglaubliche Steve I am from the Netherlands and currently based in Amsterdam. Not that I have seen much of it right now, but you know, it's a pretty place. And you are from Baden-Württemberg. That's Bad Waldsee. Nice. I can't say I've ever been, but I recognize. Oh, Rob is here too. That's perfect.
Any luck, Jessica?
Not at all. Maybe someone needs to talk me through this.
To be fair,
on
for me,
the-
it didn't work for a while, but now it seems to work.
I go for Among Us, and then I press online. I press private. I enter in the code. Dun dun dun. Press done, and I press a little arrow thing. That's how I connect, right? Because it's just saying could not find the game you're looking for.
No.
You might want to check the server that you're touching. At the bottom right, you can see that there's a little globe. Check that you're Europe.
Oh, there we go.
Nice. And we have a lot of people.
I think that might be it.
We have a lot of people from Baden-Württemberg here. And I just heard from Recycling Sao that everything with bad is nice, which is a bit of a contradiction with languages, I think, because English does make it feel a bit awkward in that regard. Maybe it doesn't do the name any justice. All right, and we are complete. That's so cool. I think we're ready to go too. We are with 5. Is there someone else that needs to join? No.
For me, it's not working for some reason, but maybe you can play a game without me.
No.
What message are you receiving?
I'm getting you're disconnected from the server. Reliable packets was not act after 7519 ms. I don't even know what that means.
A millisecond is the ping. What I would advise you is just switch the server, take Asia or North America, and then switch back to Europe. That should normally fix it.
I'm so happy we have such a skilled team here to fix all of these problems.
That's what you get when you're involved.
You will regret it though in the game.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just hope I'm in Carlos' team. Not working
Well, I'm sure it's gonna be Robin and the imposter, so we'll be in the same team, Draco.
Why would I be the imposter?
I'm in!
There
Oh my
she
god!
is! Let's go!
All right, perfect.
I have to mute myself though for the game first.
All right.
We're just quiet.
Yeah, we should just be quiet. Also, I don't know about your getup, but I took cheese. I like to wear my national merch just because I can, and I really like cheese.
That's a good good strategy.
You know, right?
Like your one dress also.
Yeah. Oh, those
Like
pants.
Draco's hat. It looks very cool.
Oh, banana hat.
I love how color's gone fully white. You look like a ghost.
Come on, national merch is weed. I mean, that's normally I'd say is true, but during COVID time, there are not a lot of drug tourists in Amsterdam. Like.
So fun fact, people recognize me at GAs by me wearing a top hat.
Nice.
Ah, it's very iconic of you, Draco.
I suppose.
I was going to say all the cat pictures that you have, they're really recognizable.
Yeah, I tend not to bring my cats to GAs, but yes.
Ah, you should bring a cat to the GA.
I mean, it's a part of your personal brand. You can't really do without it, right?
And especially today is a very special day concerning pet. I don't know.
Yes.
Jessica can tell us more.
Tell us, Jessica.
Yes, it's Love Your Pet Day.
Woohoo!
Is that what you're referring to, Carlo?
Yeah, indeed. So go check out the story of Europa.
Yeah, do check it out.
Yes.
I got featured as a very nice thing while I crashed on my couch, and my cat just thought, oh, you're now under my protection. you are now my object of being, and well, true words
Actually, I
have
wanted to
never
I
been
wanted to set a
spoken.
picture of my cat also.
Yeah.
And in the end, Anna was looking better on the pictures. So it's a picture of Anna with a cat and not me.
All right, people. I'd say let's get started.
Yes, let's go. Well, I had to
just
use
before
half a year old photos, by the way. But yeah.
Just
Very
before
good.
Color
we
was
start,
starting.
one little question: do we talk over voice chat or do we talk about in text chat?
Well, we are not supposed to talk about what's happening in the game, but we can talk.
Yeah, we should
Except
just.
for when you're really frustrated because you died, we will understand.
Yeah, so Morosenko said put the confirm ejects off. I'm not sure whether I can do that still. But at the same time, we're all really new to this, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. Like, I think half of us will really be just checking out what we need to do anyway.
Just for everyone to feel comfortable and literally discovering the map.
Yeah. No!
You okay, Mike?
I'm dead. Oh,
Damn already.
You don't say that.
no, I know. I regret my...
Nobody reported it yet. It's nobody knows that.
So, Vault. How do you all feel about Vault?
I'm trying to find my tasks.
So as you can
In
see...
answer to your question, Mike, I really like Vault.
Oh, that's good to
I've
hear.
been part of the I've been part of the movement for just about a year and a half now, and
Really?
it's been really good to meet lots of people. I'm based in Paris, so I've met the French team, and we have an amazing European team which is based all over Europe. And I feel like I know everyone, but I've never actually physically met anyone. I think that's very
Yeah.
down to COVID.
Yeah, that's just...
I
Wait,
found
but
a
what
dead
is- It's a really-
body.
oh.
So
A dead body.
Oh,
I
no.
found Mike. He was dead. Someone killed him.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
The
suicide.
I think we all know who that
upright
is.
body, room, I mean. So who was there the last?
Wait, where did you find him?
I don't know how the room
Yeah,
was
what
called,
room was
to be
it?
honest. In the upper right. In the upper right.
At the upper right, okay.
Might have been the, I don't know.
I was slaughtered in the upper
Robin.
right, and it hurt so much. It was horrible.
It's very
But
important to vote.
Yeah.
Robin, who did you vote
It's part of the democratic.
Yeah,
democratic
keep in
right.
mind
You
Yeah,
should...
Robin, who did you vote for?
What?
keep
What
in
are
mind
you
you can
thinking?
skip voting if you don't have enough information. If
Yeah.
you don't know who did it, you can skip voting.
I'm very concerned that no one knows who we are voting for, so I'll just go for skip.
That's probably for the best. Well, I can with ease say I have not been the one you were looking for.
So no one was ejected. That was close though, Carlo.
I was ejected.
I know.
So, yeah, I'm also a bit sad to hear how late my corpse was discovered. Like, this does not bode well for me.
I had to actively walk there because yeah. Oh yeah, 3 people in one room, that's safe.
Oh, I don't want to be left alone.
Well then come back.
Oh no.
Perhaps you could talk a bit about what you do in Vault Europa. I think Jessica already said about her background. What do you do in Vault?
A really good question. I am in the comms team, so I'm helping with social media and a little bit of design stuff. We just relaunched our new design, which was really exciting to work on. So you can go check out our website and also our social media and see what we look like, our brand identity. But I take what the policy team does and I make it accessible for everyone and put on social media, so we're sharing what we do online. What about you, Carlo? Could you describe what you do?
Well,
So
thank
you've
you
got
for
quite an
that.
exciting role.
No, you have a very exciting role. I don't know if I can top that. So, I'm Belgian. Well, I'm German Italian, but I live in Belgium, and I'm part of the team there. I'm the community lead, but I'm also doing a traineeship at the moment at Volt. So,
Oh,
if you're a student, Volt Europa is definitely also a place for you.
that's super cool. So you do training. Oh, emergency meeting.
Hello
I know
there.
who it is.
I'm dead.
Ooh.
I saw
is
the
it, Anna?
murder on camera.
Jack was
Oh.
dead.
Well, who is it?
Well, Jessica, you killed him. You should know.
Oh,
Jessica, what's your defense?
oh,
Anna, you stabbed me in the back. I'm gonna vote for Anna. Just because.
I mean, you could still deny Jessica. Like, I know you
she owned it.
Could, but I.
Yeah,
You owned it up.
Right.
You know, in politics, you should never tell the truth when you're this close to being such a terrible person, right? You just have to follow through.
This is true. I just can't lie. I feel like my face is my poker face is terrible.
Alright, considering how long we took to
Got
actually
me, guys.
start, should we play another game?
We should play another game.
Good.
Alright.
Also, I got a really important chat from Recycling Sao. Not having enough information is not a reason to skip voting, because every vote counts.
Oh.
Just so you know, every vote counts. And that is even more important with the elections going on this year, because there
If
are...
you don't vote, we're part of the extremes.
If you don't vote, you're basically letting the populists win. And that's a
If you don't
problem.
vote, you're an imposter.
You're in a Ooh, that's
No
some...
one wants to be the imposter.
That's some heavy phrasing right there. I don't think you can get away with saying that too often.
Mike, perhaps you can tell us
Such
what
a good
elections do
point.
we have this year?
So, okay, so I have to hold. Oh, I have to hold. Okay, I feel a bit dumb now. I did something well. I clicked on a button and I followed through with what I was supposed to do by reading the text. Anyway, with regards to the actual elections going on, we are having a few. We just had the Catalonian elections, which was actually done. Oh, I have another waste disposal. Sorry. First I have to talk about waste disposal before talking about politics. After that, though, we also right now have the national elections for the Dutch. The Dutch national elections for the Dutch Parliament. Thank you so much. That was indeed what I was trying to say. See, gaming and talking is not that
It is
easy.
difficult. But the Dutch team just released a video explaining what they're standing for and highlighting all the candidates. Did you see it?
It's amazing. It's really cool. Like they're gaining they're gaining so much traction right now. It's going really well. We have national pollings where we come out for at least one seat in the parliament, which is an infinity times more than we have right now. Because we have 0 now, and hopefully we can get even more, because people are really excited about our story. We are a very, in the Dutch political landscape, we are a very welcome change to regular politics. People are a bit wary and a bit cynical about everything going on. So yeah, that's really cool. But that is by far not the last election we'll be having this year, because we also have the... Oh, my brain. Okay, might skip that after my talk. We have the Berlin election. We have the German federal... Oh no. We have the German federal elections as well, but we have to vote now.
Draco.
Like twice.
Oh
like,
no.
Oh, Draco's dead. Was that just another normal Saturday?
It was.
Walk away and came
So let me
back
explain
on
what I saw. I saw Draco dead in the upper reactor room. and I saw Mike running down from there. So it's also reaffirming that he just
Oh.
straight on went to vote for someone before actually hearing out who I was going to accuse. So my
Oh.
vote is lying
Yeah,
on
Mike voted very fast.
I did vote very fast,
Oh, that's
and
very suspicious.
I can definitely say that I saw Carlo running away from me, and that was so suspicious. Like, oh no, that's not what's going to happen. So I do not believe you, Carlo. I think this is a big problem. I think you are a bullshitter, and my day is ruined.
Well, strong word.
I remember that, Anna.
I'm sorry. I panicked.
Ooh.
I'm
Hey,
a ghost now, very nice.
You still
And
don't know
my
who the
ghost is
imposter is.
wearing a top hat as well.
You're a little floaty boy with a top hat.
Yes, it looks very nice and it can walk through walls.
I mean, that
Can I
is
go into space as a ghost?
that's a
Ooh,
sci-fi
I'm in
goal right
space.
there. That is a
I
real
went into
sci-fi
space.
goal. Nice. Continuing with
Well,
the
I guess
elections.
that-
We have the German election, we have the Berlin election, we have... ooh, there are more. Oh, another dead body.
Oh no.
What's
So
going
it's
on?
not
Okay, where
wrong.
is it?
And I saw Jessica running away from storage room in the bottom
Yeah.
center.
It's again
Jessica.
Carlo reporting
I'm just
this.
trying to find my tasks.
Where did you find it?
I found it just next to the waste disposal.
So
in
it's
the
again,
storage.
it's again Carlo saying this. So
Oh, no,
I
the
don't
names.
know. This is like first
I
time
think
you put
it's
it on
Carlo.
me.
It's very suspicious.
You put
I
it on
might be
me.
suspicious, but Jessica, could you just tell us
Oh.
why you were running to the east side, to the right side of the ship from storage without reporting the body?
That's a good
I'm
point.
trying to find tasks. I haven't just completed one task yet.
that
Is
makes
that
it
Eva,
that makes it even more
Split it down to
problematic.
two.
You make a good point
Wouldn't be the
there.
imposter again. You
Ooh.
beat it twice in a row?
Only an imposter would
Pretty
know.
improbable to me.
Who knows?
Hmm.
I've never been the imposter twice in a row.
That's dead, don't talk.
Did-
Yeah, it's just a dead man talking here.
Otherwise, we can also all go for a skip instead and just follow each other. I remember Jessica saying
I've
she
already
still had
voted.
some tasks to do. So we will just follow you, Jessica.
I think I like that.
Okay, watch me.
No, you will regret that.
Aww.
No.
Hello was
Oh, no.
not the imposter, but he was injected.
Oh no. I feel so bad. Well,
Okay.
slightly. I'm sorry, Carlo. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, and I feel bad. And my day is ruined for other reasons now.
Make a memorial for
I
me.
don't give the imposter
I will
a favor.
build a memorial for you. And also welcome K1T2 on 3. And I'm pretty okay, what's going on here? 1, 2. How should I pronounce your name, K1T2 on 3? Because I love your name, but I feel like I'm missing a pun here. Okay. Ooh. It's a discussion.
Thing,
Call the
of
meeting.
match here.
I called a meeting because I'm a bit bored. I did all my tasks.
Yeah. Same.
And if one person,
How do people do their tasks so fast? I'm so slow.
if one person dies, the
Yeah.
imposter wins.
Okay, so I concur here. I feel like we should maybe Kitsune. Okay, thank you. I feel so dumb now. I feel like we should not give Jessica the benefit of the doubt of being the imposter the second time. But at the same time, while I'm saying this,
Very improbable.
of course I am now very problematic. But I will vote for Jessica, I'm afraid.
Well, I think, Mike, because you're doing all the talking, I'm going to vote for you.
Well, fair enough.
Why am I the deciding vote? I don't like this.
Well, that makes
But
perfect
isn't that
sense,
great?
right?
People are voting for you.
Maybe you should vote on
Voting
yourself,
for you.
just because you can. Can you vote on yourself?
I don't know. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah? That's problematic.
Imagine voting for yourself to be ejected.
Why would anyone do that?
I'm
This
so
is
sorry.
This is not an election. You're not supposed to.
Thanks, Anna.
Wait.
Woo! Yeah, we won!
She was the
But it's
imposter.
possible.
Yeah.
You can
Jessica,
be
did you
the
literally
imposter
target
twice in a
your
row.
team first?
You Hainish person! You Hainish alien fiend!
It's hilarious because I've played this game so much with my nephew and I've never ever been the imposter. So to be twice in a row is quite an honor.
Yeah,
Thank
very-
you, Among
very
Us,
strange.
for putting me in that.
But I
to
love
emphasize.
the wait, but Jessica, if you saw the quotes, why didn't you report it? So the elections,
Task! I want to finish my task. It's the go-to.
Also, I
Yeah.
hope a few of us have played Among Us, but we cannot say that there are many among us that have played it. Oh, I'm so sorry for that pun. I'm so sorry.
The wordplay.
my son God.
Seriously though, to emphasize, I'm never ever trusting Jessica again.
I never really
Thanks,
trusted
David.
Jessica in the first place.
Oh no! Feel offended.
Are you all ready to
Have you
start
I
played
again?
really
Hiding
like this game. I think it's.
I like
Are we
this
gonna go
game.
again?
We're missing two.
Yeah, we're missing one more.
Jessica, you have to rejoin.
Yes.
Jessica has
but
joined.
to,
I am the imposter again. I'm gonna be annoyed.
Oh,
to
awesome.
finish what we said earlier, I think we also have a lot of elections in Germany, no?
Yeah, we have the Berlin election. We have the
Baden-Württemberg,
Baden-Württemberg.
Rheinland-Palatinate,
But-
Hessen.
There is someone echoing, by the way. So,
That's probably me with Anna.
But not to forget, even more important, the federal elections in Germany
Yes.
are also this year. And that's what they consider the super election year in Germany.
is it the Super Bowl of elections for Germany?
Basically.
Like, will you get cool commercials? Like new premieres and stuff like going on.
That would be so cool.
So yeah, no, we are actually doing a lot to make sure that the Dutch elections are, or the German elections in this case, are also running as well. Especially with the data analytics team, we are very much preparing analytics for. Oh, give me a second. Wow. Okay. I feel so stupid. We are preparing a lot of member information and statistics for the. My brains.
Mike, you seem very occupied with something.
Yeah.
Are you the imposter?
Well, I'm downloading stuff right now.
Straight up, give him a minute.
You know. Yeah.
Can you tell us more about your role in analytics? What kind of information
sure.
are you finding out?
Yeah. So. Oh no. We've been locked in.
What's happened?
We've been locked in. Ah. Okay. Yeah, what I'm doing with the data analytics team, well, we are setting up a whole system to make sure that every country in Europe gets their information up and running. So right now, a few of the big focuses are membership reports, which if you're part of Volt, you've seen coming. Oh, report a murder. Talking about reporting.
Rob, you're dead as well.
2 murders. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's
Jessica is
problematic.
not the imposter.
I'm
Yes!
sure it was Mike.
Finally!
He was so busy. He was so busy.
No, it's really suspicious the way he couldn't, finish the sentence.
Especially
Keep
him
going.
was self-reporting.
I hung out with Mike a lot. He was unable to leave the room. He was like stuck, so he did do it.
Oh. If it's not
And I was
Mike,
with him.
And I leave two
Yeah.
suspects.
it's not Sueco, it's either Anna or Carlo.
Anna.
It wasn't
So
me.
I
I
just
was close
crossed
by.
I just
was-
crossed Mike in the lower reactor
Yeah,
thing.
I saw Anna in the lower right, but
Yeah.
she might have had someone killed earlier, so I'm not sure. But I have not seen Carlo in a while.
I
haven't-
was in the electricity room though when the lights went off. I don't know about Anna. I didn't see her there.
Oh, I turned on the lights again, so I was there definitely. Everybody
was
came
you?
late for the
Okay.
party. Yeah.
Didn't know
Okay.
you could tell that way.
Do you have to say anything in your defense, Carlo?
Well, it
Yes.
certainly wasn't me. But I'll take the funds.
Oh, that's very convincing.
I think I believe you. I believe you very much, Carlo. I believe you so much that I voted.
Too bad. Well, it was a pleasure. Can I disobey the rule of law though?
Carlo was ejected.
Yes,
Yay!
we did it.
Well, I had a good run.
Digital high five.
Good.
All right. How about we play one more and then we get back to the talking points.
Perfect.
Great.
If you don't mind, do you want to wait 1 second? So I'm gonna fix on Anna's side so I don't resonate.
It is on Anna's side.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it now.
Ja. Hello, Sophros Greek, and thank you for the follow. How are you? What's fear mongering? Well, what was happening just now was pretty damn scary. So I was fear mongered by the imposter. You know, that was a thing. But to be fair, like you will fearmonger us. Interesting. I hope it's with cookies because I'm deadly terrified of cookies, especially the chocolate chip ones.
I love I hope these emojis. So this is super cool. I want that.
Yes.
I hope I'm saying your name right. But you were saying before about the elections. I just wanted to also highlight the election in Frankfurt. They also released a video, and you know, as a comms person, I really love checking out people's videos and how they're showcasing themselves. And the Dutch team did an amazing job, but also the Frankfurt team did an amazing job.
Sure.
So yeah, I really encourage if you're in Frankfurt to go check out Vote Europa and Vote for Frankfurt to see what they're doing because their policies look amazing. And if you're Dutch, I also encourage you to check out the Vote Netherlands social media
For sure.
because they are also doing an amazing job. And Mike, you're doing an amazing job with the analytics, helping out the team.
Thank you so
And,
much.
Anna and the rest of the comms team are doing such an amazing job. They are out on the streets, they're doing digital marketing, it's digital campaigning during COVID, which is really difficult. But with Vote Europa, we're mostly online. And
We are.
yeah. It's a little bit easier for us, I think.
Ready.
We are a bit
It's been
more.
really nice to reach out to people.
We are a bit more tuned to the modern world than other parties probably, aren't we?
Isn't that something that?
I'm not too sure if many.
So they were saying that no, for the in the Netherlands recently, saying like, well, Volt is one of the only party that is actually digitally
Yeah.
savvy.
We are one of the few proponents about a Ministry of Digital Affairs. I think that is a Volt-wide policy stance to have, but it has recently become a talking point in the Netherlands due to a string of very problematic data leaks going on with government projects. Oh no.
What's been happening? That's a bit about it.
Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, password problems, but that's all right. There we go. Just a slight interval. Just hold on. Next time I'll push a button and make some allowance arm. Like
Jessica, do you want to join so we can start?
Yeah. Also, just so you know, you should vote Volt. On here, you see this beautiful GIF of Reinier, one of the presidents of Volt, saying that you should vote for Volt because you really should, right? That's very important.
Should always listen to Rainier.
Exactly, such a charismatic person. Look at his smile. I would vote.
That's one of my proudest creations.
I can imagine.
Volt GIF with Rainier.
He is intoxicating.
I love it.
A good way.
All right. So, how about that? Also, Jessica, thank you so much for all these very heartwarming compliments. And I just have to return the favor because you have been doing such a lot of work, right? You have been going at it for months on end. So that's super impressive, and thank you so much. Right? That's it's really special.
It's very kind of you to say.
I'm so
It's very, very kind of you to say, but there is an amazing team behind me.
I'm still so amazed that you managed to do all of that alone for so long. Well, alone. Not alone with the team, obviously, but that you managed to be a co-lead for so long. Well, without another co-lead.
That way, it was definitely a journey, but it was really fun. And Draco, who's here in the chat, he had an amazing help throughout the year. It's been amazing to help the comms team and get to know people across Europe. From the design lead, he's in Portugal, and we had the other design lead, which they were from Poland. We have people in Denmark, people in Greece, just people all over. So getting to know Europeans and having a conversation about politics, what's been happening in Europe, it's been cool.
Cool. Nice. I'm a bit quiet about it. I'm sorry. So.
What's happening from your side?
Yeah, I think we should get started. But also, a question: how did you hear about Volt? I heard it from friends talking about Volt. Yeah, have all of you been talking enough with your friends about Volt enough? Because I feel like you should, right? You should do a bit more with that. Have you been talking enough to your friends about Volt, Jessica? Are your friends already bothered by you?
I'm really excited about, because actually I'm a Kiwi, so for me getting involved in European politics is a little bit strange. But it's been, I'm actually also British as well, so I have a British passport, so I got caught up with the whole Brexit thing. So any opportunity I get, I tell people like how crazy politics can be. I never thought I would be involved in a political party. I never really thought politicians it mattered. I think we've seen in recent years that who you elect, it really does matter. Especially if you look at Texas. I've been following AOC on social media and seeing what Ted Cruz has been doing in comparison to what AOC is doing for Texans with their electrical grid. I'm going to say meltdown, but that's not the technical term. And there is a meltdown happening now in Among Us. I know it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
good.
really important who you vote for.
That was close.
No, oof. Sorry, the intensity just did away with the.
I just saw a post on Facebook
It was a bit scary for a
AOC
moment.
going to help with Europa. She just collected $2 million for the relief. So I think it's a great showcase of how you can help also beyond your representative
I found a dead body.
Yes, I am dead.
It wasn't me this time, I swear.
It wasn't me either. If I was going to be the imposter, it would be.
You managed to kill someone while talking about
pretty lucky,
AOC.
actually.
I feel you, Sophos
Greek.
I feel you, Sophos Greek. It is that feeling. Why me? Like, It's so painful. What did I do to deserve that? You know, I consider myself as a kind human being, but apparently someone doesn't like me. You know, it's just...
Suspiciously, Robin and Anna are voting. Who are they voting for?
But
now?
I think Anna helped with stopping the meltdown.
Aw. So Florensko, it is. Oh, go
I think
ahead.
it was Draco.
I was there.
I do, just because you so quickly.
Draco was there, that's for sure.
Jessica, if it's not Draco, you know the rules, and so do I. And
What song
you
is
will
that?
leave the next. You want me to send you the link?
Yes.
I feel like when it doubts, usually just vote Jessica.
How evil. How evil. My beautiful top hat.
Oh, and it only took one murder.
Victory for the team.
Well, one meltdown on one
So-
murder, but that's
Well,
right.
I mean, everyone has a meltdown from now and then, you know. That's. I mean, Florensko, that everyone loves you. I don't know if it's about Sophros Greek. I think so, but I do feel like to be felt like I'm loved. You know, it's very important to care about the people around you. All right, and concluding with that, I think we are going to call this first session because I'm a ghost and I don't want to play anymore. Stupid people dying, killing me first.
Oh, poor Mike.
Yeah, so sad. All
To
right.
be honest, you were just in the way.
Well, that's a very
I think
utilitarian
that's
way
even
of
worse.
engaging stuff.
Very encouraging.
All right, so how about that? We played our first session of Among Us, and it did not go as horrible as Rocket League. Thank you.
I don't think you need as
What
much
happened with Rocket
detail.
League? I feel like you're speaking it up.
Oh, we
I
were
had
really
to carry
bad.
everyone, but it was okay.
It was a beautiful moment in my life where I had to admit to the fact that I am not the cool lead gamer that I thought I was.
I think Draco played Rocket League and Mike and I were kind of there.
We were. That's true. We were kind of like observers more than anything else, but then we were supposed to play along.
It was fun nonetheless.
I loved it. It was beautiful. All right, let's see. So, going back to the stop homelessness, because that's what we're also very much here for.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Sorry?
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Well, that's problematic, actually. You shouldn't, because it's a very big problem. But now that we're here, that's also good to bring everyone up to speed again. So, coming back to where we were, Jessica's going to talk a bit about homelessness within Europe and the very awesome, amazing initiative, Stop Homelessness. And yeah, that's what we are going to do. So, Jessica, let's just get started. Are you down with that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right.
So I want to tell everyone a little bit about a project that I was working on, well, and still working on. It's kind of high level. It's trying to come at the problem from a top level, from policy perspective, in comparison to what the Andrew Funk at the Homeless Entrepreneur has been doing. So he's been helping people like on the street, really helping people one-on-one. And what I've been doing is kind of trying to get politicians and politics behind housing a first approach. So as you said before, the Stop Homelessness petition is a petition that a team at Volt and also in partnership with Homeless Entrepreneur worked on. And basically, we just want the EU to tell EU countries that if they get funding from the EU, that they should put a little bit of it aside for housing programs and initiatives that really help people in horrible situations like if they're homeless. Because at the moment I think 4 million. The numbers it's really really hard to track, but 4 million people face homelessness every year in Europe.
Has that been rising? Like, is that I believe it has been, right? It's been on the rise, hasn't it?
Approximately 70% increase in homelessness across Europe, which for such a rich continent like Europe, I was really surprised when I saw that number. Yeah, definitely the number of people going into homelessness or finding themselves in precarious situations or not secure situations is increasing, and we need to tell our politicians to act now. And the reason we've done the petition is to help the EU say, yes, we need to act now, and tell the member states to do something about it. So if you have a link, if you're online, which you already are, because I know that you're watching the stream, go to change.org/stop homelessness and change the petition. Sign the petition. It takes a minute or so, and that is going to give weight to the EU and tell them that homelessness is not cool.
Right. So what are your...
You can always go on the Volt Europa website under action, and you have all the informations there, also with the link.
Cool. Could you maybe post that in the chat as well? That is always a very important thing. So what are the things that you do within the Stop Homelessness action? Like what are the main pillars to combat this, you feel?
It's a really good question, and it's definitely problem is just so big that we've taken like a really basic approach to it, and we're definitely not saying that this is going to end homelessness, but it definitely will decrease it. So in terms of the petition, what you're signing for is there's three kind of pillars. The first one is that housing programs should definitely not have barriers of entry. So if you find yourself homeless, we don't want people to be turned away from housing initiatives just because, I don't know, you've had a drink that night. It's a really extreme example.
Can it be that bad?
People being turned around.
Can it be that can it be that simple? Oh my goodness, that's a horrible thing. Like
It's really sad, yeah. Especially because the number of the amount of money that is going into these initiatives is dwindling, and the number of people that need these organizations to help them is going up. Right. So quite often you find they've got to find ways to just make sure that less people are coming, and they've put in all these rules, and it's not fair, it's not humane, and I think Europeans would agree that we need to help those that need a little bit of help. And so no barriers of entry is the number one thing that you'd be signing the petition for.
Right. So the
second one was actually inspired.
Just to reiterate, so the first pillar would be to make sure that people can actually will not be turned away when they apply for a house.
Absolutely. You don't need that stress. No one needs that stress.
For sure. Definitely. All right. So, sorry.
So the second pillar is very similar to was actually inspired by what Andrew Funk was doing is doing at Homeless Entrepreneur, and it's providing incentives for people to become independent of the system. We don't want people to have to rely on housing initiatives. They should be, a last resort. And so we really want supportive measures for people that need them. So the EU is going to be telling members.
What would that mean? Like, what does independence mean?
It's a really good question, and it can be all types of things. For example, helping them with their CVs. Yeah. What Andrew is doing is helping them become entrepreneurs. So there's a lot of artists that he helps set up with a hostel, and then they have a place that they can stay, and then they can focus on their art or their businesses, and just get back into work because I don't think anyone wants to be homeless. They do want to, make their own money and, find their own way. It's not nice having to apply for these programs.
Yeah.
So having programs that empower you to do what you want to do and make money for yourself is a really important part of solving homelessness, and that's the
Right.
second pillar for
So-
our petition.
Cool. And hello, Tavariel. Thank you for the follow. We are talking about homelessness right now, and thank you. So about that, still, so what is really going on is just making sure that people can partake as people again in society, like they want to, right? That they can earn their own livelihood, make sure that they are self-sufficient in a way that makes them feel fulfilled, right? Or at least
Exactly.
like make them able to participate in normal society again. Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really great. That's so important to feel that you're part of the world, basically, right? That's that you're not isolated and on your own. Yeah. All right.
Definitely. And I think a lot of people during COVID would be able to empathize with that feeling, especially if you're having to be staying at home by yourself. Sometimes you do need human connection. You need a community around you to help you. You need to talk to people. You need a little bit of help. So supporting people out of homelessness and supporting people if they're at risk of homelessness is really important.
For sure. No, definitely.
I would say, unfortunately, once you're kind of out of the society, out of the system, I think it can be very, very hard to go back, because you do have that kind of pressure, and it's very sad. But when you know that someone is homeless, or like I think there is that. So it's hard to have people's look on you. It's always you don't feel like you belong to the society so much, and it can be very hard to come back because of that pressure on top of it.
It's a bit of a positive feedback loop, but then very, very negative, right? You once you're in there, you just spiral down easier and easier. Yeah. All right. So, and that's something that is going to be changed now, right? That's by making sure that they can earn their livelihood again, make sure that they can participate, and not by being turned down as easy. But there was a third one as well, right?
Yes, and this is a big one, and it's very similar. It's kind of related to what we've been doing at Volt, so it's more policy driven, and it's around programs that prevent and minimize causes of homelessness. And I think it's a great time now to just highlight that the definition of homelessness is not probably what you're thinking. It's not just the people that you see out on the street sitting on a cardboard box, maybe a bear in their hand. It can be in all forms. Especially people, domestic violence has gone up during COVID. People might find themselves in situations where their family has kicked them out for, horrible reasons. So it could really happen to anyone, even if you've lost your job and you can't afford rent. So the third pillar of the Stop Homelessness petition was preventing and minimizing causes of homelessness. So looking at why people are homeless. And it's really interesting, the reasons why people find themselves in situations where they don't have secure housing. And a third of people, it's actually because of a loss of a job. Oof. And when you look at what COVID has done, and everyone's, not struggling for jobs, but there are definitely less jobs out there. Quite a few people that vote and people in my friendship circle are looking for jobs, and it's tough. So we're looking at finding policies that, we have a whole heap of policies that you can look at if you visit the website that address the causes and minimize the risks for people.
So could you maybe delve into those causes and how to minimize them a bit deeper? Because it sounds like there are so many things. It sounds so broad.
Definitely. So a third of it is a loss of job, and that's in itself, I think, comes down to policies that really encourage new jobs and lots of people having security if they do lose their job. And Europe's is actually pretty good for, I come from New Zealand, where we also have really high homelessness, but I see in the news a lot in America what homelessness people face. I think in Europe, in comparison, we do have quite a few benefit systems, but they're not equal across all the countries in Europe. In France, it's pretty good if you lose your job. However, there still can be more done to make sure that people,
Right.
if they do lose their job, don't fall into homelessness. But abuse is a huge part of a reason why people fall into homelessness.
Abuse.
And so education. Yeah, absolutely. And, in this day and age, why is this still happening? I find it absolutely crazy. It's also happening in New Zealand, it's happening around the world. So education, it's telling people that abuse is not okay and, support each other. Policies like this can really help try to break the chains of abuse.
So what would that mean, right? More concretely.
You're getting quite deep now into policies. So, for example, there's a really great campaign in New Zealand saying it's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a really, really simple campaign, just reminding people that abuse is not okay. And I think a lot of victims of abuse are in situations where they might not feel comfortable to say that they are in the situation or ask for help. And there's been some amazing work done by people around Europe, and especially in Paris, they've got these like posters that you put on the wall just to highlight how bad femicide, I think is the word is. So addressing all these issues, it's a really, really complex situation, and they need more money to look at these issues and not push them under the rug.
No, that's really great. These things just help. Right, the number one problem is people looking away. Right, that's a huge problem. You just see something happening and you're like, oh, not my problem, and that's where evil, of course, starts. Hello, who ranked sound 1? Welcome to the chat. Sorry, I was interrupting there.
Oh no, it's totally fine. So I'm glad to say that the petition committee, so the team that's working on this at the European Parliament, they have accepted our petition and they are working amongst themselves to make this a reality. They'll be working with the European Council to see what their thoughts are and to see how this can be implemented in the future. So things are moving a little bit slowly, but
always too slow
organizations. Yeah, it's really unfortunate with politics. It's a slow-moving beast, but if we can get some really strong policies into place by 2030, we can end homelessness or stop homelessness for good in Europe, which is an exciting goal that I'm working towards.
That is something nice to look forward, at least. That's. I think everyone would be happy with that. Sorry, go ahead, Robin.
If I can jump in with some stats that were published by the European Federation of National Organizations Working with the Homeless. So the stats are from 2017, but they're quite alarming, and I think they're definitely showing how fast those trends are moving. In London alone, there was an increase in 1 year of 7% people sleeping in the streets. In Dublin was 59% families in homeless accommodations. In the Netherlands, it was about 50% of young homeless. In Brussels, it was 34% homeless people in the last 4 years. So I think those trends are really showing that also homelessness is definitely not. It affects really everyone and every country. That's also why I think that petition is very important, that it's not limited, let's say, to certain countries or certain parts. Because I mean, it really touches everyone. In those reports, you can also see in Luxembourg, 61% increase of people in adult homelessness accommodation in 4 years. That's a lot. That's high, very very high numbers.
That
I mean,
is
in Luxembourg. Yeah.
that's a disconcerting number.
That's not what I expected.
Oh, that makes it
It
even
really
worse.
is. It's really unexpected.
Yeah. So, right, we've all seen the inhumane ways to deal with homelessness, the infamous London spikes, and stuff like that, which is really. Hello, Seacal 1010. Welcome to this chat. We are having a talk about homelessness right now, and we were just talking about the infamous London spikes, which is, of course, not the way to go at it, because then you start perceiving them, the homeless people, as not human anymore. And this is, of course, something very big to change, right? That's what are your thoughts on that? How can we help make sure that people see them as humans again?
It's really, really tough, and it requires, a huge change of thinking. I think the media and the movies that portray homelessness as people who are sitting in doorways, that's one part of it. The problem is a whole lot worse than we really think it is. And we need, to attack this problem from all angles. So, on the day-to-day level, if you can help people that you come across, please do so.
So
on a
what would
wider
that,
scheme, if you can.
What would that imply, helping? Like, what
That's a
can
really
we
good
do?
question. Yeah. And, people say, would you give money to someone who is begging on the street? I also want to point out that begging has been made illegal in quite a few EU countries. So they're effectively saying that, making it even more difficult for people to get help from people around them. But it's a tough question. I ask a few people that I've been asking everyone that I've been working on about this, like, do you give money to people on the street? And people say yes, people say no, people say sometimes. But if you can, I would say go for it. But I would also say talk to the people, ask them what their story is, get to know them, and spend a couple of moments out of your day just to humanize the situation. It's need our kindness. And hello, Navinda from Germany. We're talking about homelessness and
Hello.
what we can do to help. And it's a complicated situation, but anything that you can do, perhaps, volunteer at a local organization that helps homeless people, just to get a better idea of the situation and the amazing work that people are doing. But there are lots of things that you can do. Money is just one of them. Signing a petition, choosing the politicians that you vote for to make sure that they actually care about these types of things is also another thing.
So just to reiterate here, because that's of course one of the bigger issues. People asking, should we give homeless people money? It is that's even begging the question, right? Because it's not really about whether you should give them money or not outright. It's about assessing the situation and level with them. Or am I should we just say give everyone just food or something if you want to help out? What do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't say turn away from people. I'd always say talk to them, see what they need. Sometimes it's not money, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's a meal. There's some great organizations here in Paris that I've done some work with where we give out sandwiches from cafes that haven't been sold that day. And it's little things that get people through the day. So talk to the people, hear what their stories are, and learn a little bit more about how they came there. I think people will be surprised at the stories that they hear.
I think if you don't really know how to approach this or who to contact, or if you have local NGOs. I think a safe bet is always the Red Cross. That's often helping with homelessness on a local level. So that's always a good start.
Definitely.
Approach.
Yeah. So about that, is it actually there's of course the difference between the underground helping and the more national European level helping. So what do you think is effective, right? You need to have a bit of everything, I'm guessing. But how can we make sure that everything on the European or the national level actually goes down there? You have
Absolutely. It's a big question, Mike. Thank you for asking for it. It's tough. Especially because politicians, they get asked to do things all the time. There are so many issues that are affecting our society today, especially during COVID. They can't look at absolutely everything. They can't give everybody and all organizations money. So they need to know that, housing and homelessness is a big concern for everybody, not just the few. So I would really encourage everyone to reach out to their politicians, just to say, hey, this is a problem. If you are in a position to help, if you're in a position to enact a policy, please do. If you see something that's happening in your country, there's lots of local, national, and European programs that are happening. Reach out to your elected official and tell them about it. Say, hey, I want you to sign this. I want you to do this. Please do.
awesome.
So politics is one side, but helping organizations is another.
Very big
Everyone.
shout out to Niklas, who signed the petition a few minutes ago. I don't know if you're
Super.
following the
Thank
stream.
you so much, Nicholas.
Thank you.
Amazing.
That's so good.
Perhaps
It's
if I can,
really helpful. It's really cool.
Perhaps if I can throw in, I read a very interesting study from the University of Leuven that basically found that many countries, and specifically in Belgium, you have legal arrangements concerning reference addresses. So, right, there are measures that are in place to help people that need financial aid because they have either no income or a very low income, but in order to request those financial aids, to access those social services, you need a reference address. And many homeless people don't have this. And this is a big issue. I think that could be a first policy change, that we enable homeless people to access those services without also an address. And the second thing that this study found is that a lot of homeless people are migrants that don't have any legal papers, and without legal papers you cannot apply for a job, you cannot apply for a house. So all of this is a bit of a vicious cycle, that we keep them out of the system from a structural point, and we need to remove those barriers to allow them to access those services. And this the study also found one last thing, and then I'm gonna shut up, is that homelessness.
This is good. Keep going.
Yeah, please.
That homelessness is connected to a lot of other issues, right? So it is not only homeless that people are suffering from, but the homelessness also leads to issues of little education. If you don't have a house where you can study in peace and with a roof above your head, you cannot get educated. Without education, you cannot get a job. Even if you're educated and you go to a job application and you mention that you don't have a place to stay at, you have a lot of social stigma that is connected to you. Family life also connected to stigma. People will start to avoid you because, oh, he's homeless.
Yeah.
And the same also with health. And what another study found is that, and I read that in the research made by you guys actually, is that in average, a person living on the street lives 10.3 years less than the average European. And this is a big issue. So it's not only, oh, he's living in the street, but it is a real crisis that we are facing. And people are really suffering from it, and even fatally.
Very clear words. That's a very unsettling amount of things you're hearing. So, and because it's such a big problem, which is easily overlooked because people rather not talk about this, right? It's a bit of a stigma to talk about these problems still happening in your country, maybe. It's all the more important to just open up about it and actually start doing something, right? It's talk about it, reach out to your local politicians, and of course also help out with the Stop Homelessness campaign. I just want to reiterate here, just please go to the change.org and sign the plan, sign the petition, or donate where you can. And Floransko says, good systematic synthetic thinking, not just homelessness, interconnectedness of many problems that make society. There is a big problem with people being having interconnected problems, right? It's when you are less able to talk to each other, then it's just all the more easy to fall through the cracks, which is it's a
Absolutely, yeah. There was a situation a couple of years back which I think really highlights kind of the thinking of some people, which is really problematic. It was President Macron in France said to someone who was looking for a job, just go across the road. There's lots of restaurants looking for waiters. And it's a really, really difficult situation if you don't know where you're going to sleep that night, if you don't know what food you're going to eat for dinner, to be looking for a job. Your heart is trying to make things right, and you're going up against so many other people looking for jobs, and it's difficult. It's a vicious cycle. And like Florence says, it's all these problems are really interconnected. Youth unemployment is up at over 20% now during COVID. So it's a problem that's just going to get worse. And, we need to put eyeballs on this problem. Sign the petition, talk to your politicians, and do what you can locally.
Definitely, especially right now when President Macron's words are even stronger here. I think the statement was mostly about youth unemployment. But right now, the cafes are not even hiring anyway. That's a huge problem.
Yeah.
A lot of people were also relying on those little jobs, waiting in a cafe or making food in restaurants, or even helping out in the shops, and that's not something that is possible right now, which makes the precarity even worse.
Yeah, it's not just it's also just a very fallacious and nasty remark to make, because you easily just do away with the actual problem at hand, right? If you just say, oh yeah, they should just get a job, then you can easily shrug it off and pretend like nothing's going on because it's their fault. Who cares? It's their fault. They should just do this and then they'll be all right. It's a weird thing to say. And as you said, right, Jessica?
And he backed it up a day later.
Yeah, he did.
Just to say, he in a press conference, he backed up what he was saying and said that there's 100,000 jobs going in restaurants, which is true. But it's just a situation, when you're looking at these big numbers and then you're looking at somebody who's he himself admitted he applying for 15, 20 jobs and just didn't get any returns. So you've got to really look at the causes on the small level, and then together it just makes the problem really, really big. So saying something like just go get a job, it's not really helping. We need to do a lot more than just say to somebody, fix the problem yourself. We need to come together to fix the problem.
Yeah, when
I like the simplicity of the statement of just go get a job. Like, oh yeah, good you're here. I never thought about that.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard. I will turn my life all around now. It's amazing.
I mean, it just shows that there is a real disconnection of people who do not understand really the problem.
Yeah.
But it's not only the scarcity of jobs and the youth unemployment. It's also about the disparage. So basically, the increasing wealth gap that we are seeing. We are seeing that housing prices are increasing, but the incomes of many households do not. And for example, the European average of low-income households expenditure on housing is 42%. So we have to keep in mind people that have already a low income, they have to spend a way bigger part of their income on just housing, whereas most people that live in the middle class or higher class who have a big income, the percentage is very small, so they don't have to think about it necessarily. Another important factor is that now I lost the train. My apologies.
And I think with
I'm just
this,
going to follow up what you're saying, especially with big cities. It's really difficult to find housing, and when you do, it can be really, really expensive. So housing policies are a huge thing that we need to look at. Sorry, Mike, I think I spoke over you. What were you going to say? Sorry?
by all means. No, I was saying that maybe we should also. Hello, Corn Merchant. Thanks for the follow. We should maybe get started on the game again slowly, so we can have another session later on. But first, with Bongo Kamerad saying, sadly, most actions to get rid of homelessness are not to help them out, but to get them out of sight. And that is, unfortunately, in many situations, that is the sad truth. And it is, definitely.
I mean,
so.
I think you mentioned that earlier with the spikes, right? In London, there was also a city in California that used some repetitive music, so very loud music that would blast all night long to make sure that homeless people would not stay there. Which it's at this point is frankly it's mental abuse.
It is.
In Paris at the moment, they, just before COVID, they would move people around the country. So if you found yourself in a situation where you didn't have a place to stay, they'd be like, great, yep, we'll put you in housing, which sounds fantastic. However, we're going to, put you on a bus 6 hours south, to a place that you don't know anyone, you don't have a support network, you might be away from your friends. So these types of programs, it's need to be rethought and relooked at, and we need to shine a light on what's been happening.
Definitely.
On that note, should we start another game for another couple of games, and then we'll come back to the debate?
Let's do that. All right. And
Perfect.
With that, we are just starting here again. I don't know whether everyone left, but I am still very much a deceased ghost with a piece of cheese on his head, which honestly, when I go, that is how I want to go. Just let it
Mike,
be known.
Just a quick question. There was a user earlier in the chat, Morisenko. She is actually the president of the Student Association of Vault at the VUB, the Flemish University of Brussels.
Really?
Is she allowed to join us for Among Us?
I'd say that we can. Yes, we have a bit of space for that.
Great.
Maybe
I warn you though, she's
join
really
one
good.
of the other audio channels and I'll move them over, and then
Sweet, I'll let her know.
Perfect. All right.
And Jessica is asking for the code.
Yes, that will be. Oh,
I'm so sorry. I do this every time.
Eternal problem.
No worries, I'll relay it to you.
And I am messing up my screen yet again. Give me a second.
Same code actually.
Perfect. All right. It's the same code still. Yes. So.
Cannot find the game you're looking for.
Oh no. Then we'll just rehost. Give me a second. Okay. So we will do 7 people now, and that will be with 2 imposters this time, right?
Nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Or 1 still.
Let's do 2 because I don't know about Jessica or Anna and so on. Let's keep them at 2. They will have troubles enough killing all of us.
Well, ain't that the truth? All right. I will chat the code again. It is in the game discussion.
Drop again. Did
I
it,
have
the
never been an
imposter.
imposter yet, so
That's
so
what
if I
they
am an
all say.
if
We
I am an
actually have
imposter in the
another
next
one
game,
interested. Another voter
uh,
interested. Are we still able to change the settings for another one?
2? Sorry,
One more is interested.
To
in
8.
Koga.
Then I think we need to leave the game and reshoot. Rehost.
I think
Great.
you're the only one in the game at the moment. No?
No, not anymore, but let's
Maybe
do it.
Mike,
We'd
perhaps-
be indeed
Perhaps you
8.
can just put 10 players and then
Sure.
whenever someone leaves or joins.
Sounds good.
you don't
Good
have to
idea.
switch them up.
Sounds good, sounds good.
You
Right, so
are
everyone who's
very right
listening
here.
and who's the Volter on our Discord, feel free to join one of the available gaming audio channels and we'll move you over.
Yes.
Just let us know that you're interested and we'll help you find the right spot.
And
We
if you're
will
not
make
a
you
voter
feel-
yet and you're not part of our Discord, it is always time to join us.
True words have rarely been spoken. It's always a good time to join Volt. All right, there we go, and posting the code yet again. KF.
Hello there.
Hello,
Hi,
Edie.
welcome to
Hey,
the call. And welcome to the stream.
All right, and I just had a very nice. Perfect.
I made it.
I am here.
7. And then one more.
I actually cannot make me hungry with the cheese on your head.
The cheese on my head is really where I want to be.
Is this?
Follow
Do you think that's
our
French
Students
cheese or Dutch
Association
cheese?
president still missing?
She's about to join.
Okay.
I sent her the Discord link. She's
Perfect. I think we
Hello.
are ready to go. Hello there. Also, if you hear a bit of sound on the background, it's my cat having the zoomies.
And if you want to see Mike's cat, you can always check Volt's Instagram story.
Yes. Her name
Where you
is
can see
Glitter, and
nice.
she is
Ooh.
beautiful.
I have never seen this map before. This is fun.
Yes, a new.
Yeah,
I
actually,
thought
have no idea where I'm going.
thought I'd try a new one.
It's cool.
Look at that. Oh. Okay.
Like how we're all really focused on the game. Oh,
I
something's
think so.
happened. Oh, oxygen is. God, oh gosh. No. Oxygen has been depleted. This is really, really intense.
Yes. We are dying. Fix
Wait,
this.
deplete me.
Oh no, I
Hey,
think
folks,
this
we
is
only
it.
have 12 seconds.
I think we're
Bye.
dying. I think we are not going to make it.
There's nobody going there.
Oh no.
Come on.
Oh, you all died.
Okay, that
I
was an
actually-
easy win.
I think so, yeah.
I literally took your breath away.
You
It
guys
was a
got some really
pleasure.
good device.
Well done.
Well
Wonder
done.
got some really good advice for us. Make sure to look at the door screens and comms on the map.
Indeed. So.
Draco Morisenko is now in the general open chat on the Discord server. Can you pull
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, so I also kind of lost my chat, which is a bit of a shame. Let's see.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the call and to the stream.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey Morisenko!
Hello.
Hello.
You want to
Hello.
introduce yourself, Morisenko?
Yeah, sure. I'm the World VUB president. VUB is the first university group in Belgium, which is a free University of Brussels. Thanks to
Awesome.
Carlo, we were able to establish this organization. So it will be nice to play with you tonight.
Welcome, well, welcome here, and thank you for coming over and be entertaining to our viewers.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a lovely game.
Me and Carlo have been playing the Among Us for quite some time, so
Well, that kind of explains why we are being owned by Carlo.
That's not true. I didn't perform well earlier today.
Well, I mean,
Still better than us, I guess.
the
At
moment
least I did my task.
the moment you know when you're performing well is like a couple of steps ahead of most of us, I'm guessing. Well, at least for me. Let's see. I think we're with 7 now. Is there someone else?
Jessica
I think so.
dropped.
Jessica dropped, right?
So
Oh,
you're
no.
saying, what's the first letter of the code?
It is
E.
the E.
Most recent code in game discussion.
I'm wondering, like, why you just needed the first letter. It's like, did you remember the
Oh,
code?
my predictive. No, I'm not that smart. It keeps the code in my keypad. But it keeps coming up with the old code. So I'm in here now,
Perfect.
ready to.
Oh,
It's
more
being
expensive.
faster.
Thanks his skin. Let's go.
Perfect. All right, then I think we're ready, right?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get the show on the road.
I nearly missed that I was here.
One.
That's the last round.
How can
How
you
did
use
you
that?
kill us?
I just took your breath away. Like, you couldn't breathe anymore because I took away the oxygen.
You are one to take
I-
people's breath away.
Yeah, right?
Already.
Hmm.
No, Draco said you were one to take
Maybe
away. We didn't tell you to do it.
maybe someone should fix it this round. Yeah.
Yeah. In
Probably a
case
good idea.
you don't know where to go, you have a map in the upper right.
Yeah, or the tap button. The tab. We need to increase the speed. I think we're really good like this. Most of us are noobs, and oh no,
oof.
there's a dead body.
Why are you guys
Okay,
running so fast?
I just.
Oh, there are 2 dead bodies. Oh no.
What's it called where you start out? And Jessica was there with me. Pink.
The entranceway.
So I just
Again.
I just saved you all because the oxygen was running out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I fixed the top oxygen, and I saw Carlo just coming into the spot before.
Yeah. The corpse was at the start at the entrance thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I am dead, I cannot see.
Okay. Well, I mean, Jessica, seeing as you have been a serial killer with your 2 kills right now.
An established serial killer indeed.
Exactly. What's
Yeah,
your
I'm just gonna vote Jessica because she was there.
what's your take on this?
I was next to you, Eli. So if you're saying that,
Yeah, I reported
I
that.
know I'm confused. Maybe it's you.
Do we
Maybe.
only have one
This is a
vote,
game
so
of
there are no imposters?
deception and playing. No, we only have 1 vote. We need to vote the imposters round in 2 rounds.
No, that's risky.
Do we have anybody?
Well,
who-
I've voted for
pretty bad.
Jessica for pink. So
That's a fair reason.
I know it's not me, so I'm gonna vote for Eli.
It's
that seems
totally
like the reasonable
to
decision.
eject people from the spaceship because they wear pink.
By the way, do we have confirm ejects on?
I think we turned it off this time, or
Oh.
maybe I
Okay.
haven't.
We had a tie.
Okay, now it's more professional with the ejects off.
I mean, professional. I wear a
No, but
I wear a piece of cheese on my head on my head. So I don't know whether we can call it professional, but I like the assessment.
I mean, it reminds me of some politicians having tomatoes on their ears.
Reactor meltdown.
Does someone want to do the?
We need to go to the reactor.
Run.
I'm just wondering something. Against the reactor meltdown, it cannot be good for anyone. I mean,
Well, hello there.
Sorry?
I'm at reactor.
Almost died.
I just need someone else.
Okay, it's problematic.
Oh boy.
How do I get to the reactor?
You got
Goodness,
it.
I'm so far away.
You got it.
That was close.
Indeed,
Oh,
it
look at
was.
that.
Okay, that's good.
Just discovered something.
Okay.
my mouse fell, and I'm currently somewhere into space.
Oh,
No idea where.
I go all really focused on this game.
we
Want to know
are.
who is the imposter or who are the imposters?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Report.
It just
Oh, crap.
kills.
I saw that. Oh, but I got killed too early. I feel so stupid. I wanted to report, but I didn't have the time. Congratulations,
Same.
Anna and Ellie Koga. It hurts to say this, but your murders have made you win the game. So apparently murder wins. Crime does pay.
Yeah, I think
Only in
in
Among
a game
Us.
of deception, that's a good strategy.
Crime never pays. I've seen too many late 80s shows to with infomercials saying you should never do drugs, kids. You should never smoke. And stealing is wrong. And with that, I'm going to start the next game.
Crewmate, okay.
Killing your crewmates is, I mean, that's the best, right? You know, or is it?
Totally legal.
Oh, you started it. I didn't join.
I am disconnected from this server.
Oh,
Alright. Let's get to business.
Damn it, I was disconnected. I cannot join.
shall we
We're gonna
continue
continue the game
and then
or
continue
That's okay,
and then
that's okay.
finish?
I think the rate we are dying, it doesn't take long.
Oh my goodness. Another reactor meltdown.
guys.
Yeah, we are not going to make this again.
Thank you.
I'm struggling to find my way
Sorry,
around.
That's a lie, Carlo.
It's the effort that counts, not whether you
Mm,
actually find your way.
So much can you tell me about UB?
Oh yeah, you're very new. I would say let's go fix reactor first, and we'll be pressing the button. I will tell you something. So basically, you're the first university chapter in Belgium, and now we are working on connecting other European university chapters together. Yeah, it's been hard work for the past months, as well as we are having exams. So it's a bit hard, but we are getting there. What else? I don't know. Can you ask me something so it will be easier?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I said that... oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said that there was also a launch of Vault used recently. Are you partnering together, or do you have plans for like university participation together?
No. We haven't been partners with anyone. But I reported the body. So the Carlos body is in between the V corridor. It's not the green, because we were fixing the reactor with Anna together. So it must be somebody, Draco or the MagicMike.
I mean, that makes perfect sense for me then. So, of course, it's Draco then. You know, it's makes perfect sense.
Of course, it's me.
Well, it's not me. Or maybe it's a lie. That could be another one. Maybe Anna or Morisenko.
Oh, the murderer reported the murder. Yeah, that's an option.
No. I just came from the reactor. I fixed it with her, so that doesn't
Without
count.
her, we would be all dead already. Like us two, we fixed the reactor.
Yeah.
MagicMike just voted.
I did just vote. I am pretty confident about my case. And Draco obviously is too. You know, that makes
I will
perfect
go
sense.
with my guts.
Draco just voted. Marissa just voted. Anna, which one are you
I
going to vote
concur.
for?
It is probably Draco.
Some says probably Draco.
It's Draco.
It is probably Draco. Oh, I'm so sorry. I vented you. I feel bad.
Unbelievable.
Happened. Draco was ejected.
Oh, but amazing. Who would have guessed?
Cinco is looking really happy.
It could never be Magic
Victory.
Mike. Magic Mike is an amazing human soul. Maybe until the next game.
Pressing X for doubt.
Hello, Birdie
Draco is
Sanders.
flying. He definitely was.
Birdie Sanders, Tim 0102, Vince Fallen, and Penguin. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. We are playing Among Us, and we are also...
Wait a second before you start.
And Hottest Brain as well.
Okay.
Perfect. We are playing Among Us and also talk about homelessness in intervals. We are Volt, the Pan-European party for those that don't know about us yet. And Mike is Sus. I am Mike. There you go. I am Mike. It's a reference to I am Groot. It's in this game, it's the only thing I can say. I am Mike. Let's say, lost my train of thought again. Or wrong.
Perhaps to add on what Dasha just told us about the university chapter in Brussels is that on Tuesday they are hosting Vault Meets Experts event, but student edition, where I think they invited a professor. Can you tell us more about that event?
Yeah, we invited the UK professor to talk about how the world will going to look like after the Corona crisis. This event was supposed to be on Tuesday, but now we have a bit of an issues with a guest speaker, so we probably gonna postpone it on 2 or 3 days. But we're still gonna have it, of course. I was planning it to be a kind of a guest lecture for our fellow students. It's an interesting topic, obviously, to talk about the world and Corona crisis. It's more from like sociological perspective. I think it's gonna be very interesting for everyone to listen.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Will the world stay different after COVID is done? Like, will it have like an intrinsic societal change have taken place?
I mean, in my opinion, definitely the world will change a lot after that, especially the working conditions and how students is studying, and I think it affects everyone at this point, right?
For sure. It's hooking into that. We just talked about homelessness and how COVID is also affecting that, because that problem is only increased due to COVID, because social isolation doesn't just hit people living indoors, which is already horrible, but the homeless are probably even worse off. Am I right, Jessica?
Absolutely. I think COVID's a really hard time for most people. We have to stay indoors. We don't have access, to our friends. We can't go to parties. We can't go to restaurants. But there are people out also that don't have access to a home. They can't stay home at night. It's a little bit tricky to have secure housing. So COVID definitely has not helped. If there is a bright side in this, it has just shone a light on this problem, and it's up to us to tell our politicians that it's a really important issue. And I can see that the game has somebody's been killed. Who is the imposter? So we'll come back to homelessness in a second.
That was very smooth, Jessica. I'm very impressed.
Well, Jessica is dead, so I guess it does help to
Okay. I know, someone killed me while I was talking.
I have a question why Rob didn't report the body, because he just passed it together with me and he just went down.
Because, okay, I have a very solid explanation for that. I really did not have access to the game, and there was the oxygen thing going on, and I thought if we do that, it's, the oxygen thing keeps going.
I am inclined to believe Rob here, due to the fact that there is just too much going on at the same time, and I expressed the same problem in my mind.
Wait a second, where's the body?
Also, we were both running against a wall trying to get
the body
to the
is in the wires. Body is in the wires near the locks room. The locks is where you can read through the which sensors people passed. So it's kind of above the medical section.
Okay, that's
so I did do it because I had to make Bruce join the audio channel.
Yeah, thank you.
There were only 3 people on the top, right?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm going to skip the vote. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna vote Rob because
don't vote Rob, because we were just together, but he passed the body, so I was just questioning why.
Okay, then my vote was wrong apparently, but it's probably gonna skip. Well, 2 people from our Discord servers have joined us.
Yes, please introduce yourselves.
Hey, my name is Bruce. I am from the Netherlands. Live in Enschede. I know Joey.
That's me.
And that's how I got here.
Awesome.
Also from the Netherlands. I sent a few days ago to this channel.
Yeah, Joy is just a normal member of our Discord server, and he's just interested in Vault and not a member yet.
Ah, so you're here to be converted.
Well, we'll see.
Or at least listen.
Oh, we're allowed to talk right now? Oh, interesting.
Knock knock, have you heard of Vault Europa?
Ooh, that's a good knock knock joke.
Talk about the game if you're allowed to talk or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Also, coming back to the student association, just the other week we had the launch of Vault at Sciences Po in Paris.
Yes.
It was super interesting. They had a guest lecture where they invited a professor, but also our MEP Damian Böselager, and they talked about democracy in Junction. I believe they have also uploaded the video on Damian's page, so if you're interested in watching it, please check his page out.
Yeah, so that is Damian Böselager's page. That is amazing. There's so much going on within Europe right now. Oh, there's so much going on within Europe right now. Oh, 2 even.
Hi, I found Joy.
Okay, where was he found?
You know this Y intersection on the right lower part of it, going to the, I think, cafeteria?
Who was just with me doing the reactor?
That was me.
I was there.
Yeah. I was there.
I was not
Okay.
at the reactor. I was
Mike,
So-
Morisenko, and Orange. Yeah. Somebody else.
So
There
I
was somebody
find
running
Eli
with
very
me.
suspicious because he already tried to eject someone in the first voting round.
Who? Me?
Uh-huh.
I kind
Yeah.
of agree there.
I like playing risky.
Uh-huh. Okay, interesting. Where were you when the murder happened?
I was coming from the reactor. And I did
Okay,
that
can
task
anybody
together.
here confirm that?
Hey, you two did the reactor with me. Who are you? Again.
It's Robin.
Why would it be me?
No one can confirm.
There was at least one other person doing reactor. If nobody's doing that, apparently something interesting happened.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did the left side, and then right now I'm
We're on the
at
reactor
the
flag
rocks.
Yeah,
There,
I
so-
did the. I was there at reactor, and
Yeah, there were two on the right side. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
I was part of that.
Well, I literally have no other info, so
But there was somebody running with me, and I don't know who it was, and they ran away. Like, instead of reporting the body,
We are
they ran
having
away.
Oh, were
8
they?
people.
This
When
is...
we are having 8 people, it's better maybe to not to vote if we unsure, but
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
skipped my
I'm gonna vote
I
Carlo
skipped
because he
too.
accused Rob.
Whoa,
And,
good
um,
accusations.
I was
Interesting.
But
just
there was not enough votes, right?
running around.
Yep,
Not
Yeah.
enough votes to
Unfound.
only
eject
simple
Carlo.
plurality gets voted out.
Alright.
Ooh.
Suspicious,
I think
suspicious.
Carlo is suspicious.
Well, a simple majority in Among Us is a great thing. Wouldn't it be great to also have it at the European Union? It's one of our
Yeah.
proposals, actually.
Of course. I think all European citizens should be represented equally, and not very indirectly as they are right now.
And how would you do that?
Especially with social media, we have so much access now to our MEPs that we can reach out to them on Twitter and tell them what we're interested in.
Yeah.
I don't think enough of us do that. Does anyone here know who their local MEP is?
Local.
Frankly,
Well, who their MEP is that represents them.
I really think that there should be a reform in how we elect.
He was saved. It was a dead body reported.
Yeah, I reported a dead body. I think someone that I have no idea. But I saw someone.
Yeah, before we begin voting, I've got all my tasks done, and I'm gonna follow some people of you around
Ooh.
for reasons.
Because you're a creepy stalker.
Of course, of course.
Oh, well,
Last
mean,
time I saw
that's a
Carlo,
great
it was
one.
in the reactor.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I saw the body, and I'm pretty sure I saw someone in purple crawling around an event.
Excuse me. So
Would
you
that be
accuse
Draco
me
in the
here?
top hat?
I am.
That could
really
be
accusing you
anyone.
here.
All of us are purple.
Okay, maybe
We
someone
are purple.
than us.
Feel the
First
purple.
vote.
And that really deserves the vote volt stigma. There we go. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh no.
So we're voting on
Vote
purple,
for
right?
purple.
Or
Vote
Yeah, of
purple.
course.
Feel the purple.
I totally disagree with that.
Of course, we
I
should
knew
vote
I've
purple.
seen red, but
Vote purple.
Draco, I always knew it.
I mean,
damn, that's a convincing vote.
it's
outta here.
Oh, and even voting for me then. Woo is you.
Shame.
who's you?
Woe
But
is
as we
you.
were just asking what we could do to have a better democracy on the European level in the European institutions. So
Yes.
currently in the European Council we have the veto right. So any member state can just veto any legislation. And in this case, coming to Among Us, if Draco would have been one of those European Council members, with his vote alone, he could have vetoed the vote.
I really like that allegory. That is amazing.
That is actually really well put, but it's interesting that you're talking about that right now, because today, as you might know, we had our policy debates in Vault, and someone talked about actually removing that veto right and decreasing it to a majority. So how much would you feel would be a good good threshold if we don't have a veto and not all the states can oppose? Should we have a 30% vote, 50%, 70%, 80%?
So I think we have to make the distinction between legislative votes and constitutional votes, right? So if you want to change treaties, then of course it should not just be a majority. That's now my personal opinion. I think that would be too easy if just like 50% plus one want to change something for the other minority. However, I think in terms of treaties, we could go for a 2/3 majority. So a better part of the population of the European people are represented. So bring it to more practical cases. So there was the vote about connecting the rule of law together with the European Recovery Fund, or like the money to be given.
Yeah.
And this was, however, vetoed by, I believe it was Hungary and Poland.
Yeah.
Because they, of course, did not want to allow any agency or any court to look into possible corruption case or possible case of putting together the powers. Sorry, I'll give you back the flow and I'll resume later.
Yes,
I think Bruce is very suspicious at this point, because I was checking the logs and he was... Yeah.
So I just reported. Can I ask for a statement from Anna?
Yes, I was trying to, you have this thing where you can watch every room and you see who is where, or at least.
Yeah.
I was looking at that and I stopped when the reactor was starting, and then there was a body, and I was a little bit slow.
And that seems like a good story to me, because Anna just came from the bottom to the upper oxygen thing. Now,
fair enough.
I've seen Morisenko do a task, so Tasha, you're probably safe.
Someone had a question for me, though.
I'm gonna vote for Bruce.
Okay. Alright, cool. Don't even... There's... Okay, wow.
I'm voting for him because I was checking the logs for the past, I think, 2 minutes at least, and he was a bit suspicious because he and Mike went to the up area, and none of them ever came back from there.
I did not came back from
doing
there.
my plant. I was literally on the plants over there on the top.
Yeah, but Mike was
Bruce,
dead after that.
Okay, now you can see something very similar to vetoing right now. If you just don't vote and stall for time, no decision is made until time runs out.
Wait, what do you mean? What?
You're the only one who didn't vote.
I know.
Let's not do that. So
Either we win or lose now. Yes.
Told you so.
perfect.
What a sad round. What a sad round.
For a short moment, I really thought we were devolving into pure tribalism again and just weeding out all the deviants. You know, that's really calling to our baser instincts. That's really, really painful to see. Like,
but we correctly vote for purple.
we did vote
If
purple.
everyone is okay with that, yeah, there was two people, right? Two intros.
Yeah.
If everyone is okay with that, we might put the game on hold a bit to come back to our main topic of the evening.
Sounds good.
Which
Oh,
is
good.
the Stop Homelessness petition and homelessness in Europe.
Perfect. All right.
Cool.
There we go. And we are switching over to the other game mode. Oh, I think. Oh no. Give me a second. There we go. And we are
Alright, then,
Bas and Borokoslav. Welcome to the chat and welcome to the stream even. And how are you? We are talking about homelessness, and at the same time, we change that off with a bit of Among Us. We are currently going into back into the process of talking about the homelessness part. My mind is still racing because I am full of adrenaline due to being murdered brutally a couple of times. This time it was by Bruce. It was very painful. Like, my mental imagery is still processing it. And Recycling Sow said that this did not seem like a fair process because Bruce wasn't even able to plead for not guilty. Well, I mean, sorry, Recycling Sow, we are not living in a pure court of law. We are fighting for our lives here. It's passion, like a true survivor, if you know that reference. Anyway, back to...
I just want to remind everyone who don't know votes that our behavior on the game does not reflect our political opinions.
Yeah, I guess we had to emphasize that. While
that is very important.
Fair point.
We are talking about homelessness. Gegal.
And I would have a question for Jessica. So
Go for it.
as we finish the discussion just before playing, saying that there's clearly a massive divide in between the people taking the decision and the actual situation. It's clear that they don't really know what's happening. So actually, can you tell us what is happening? Like, what would be the situation for homeless people? How does it look like? Can you paint us kind of a sketch? Like, what are the daily struggles? Or,
and more importantly, adding to that, is there something? So, how can we recognize struggles and maybe help related to that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a really good question. And Ava says online, she sees it all the time. And it's really true. And the unfortunate thing is that the statistics and the data, you'd hate this, Mike, but we don't actually have very good data on this. Everything's done at the national level. So it's done differently. And to try and figure out what's happening around Europe is really, really hard. So if we're taking pre-COVID numbers, 4 million a year face homelessness, some sort of homelessness. Which for Europe, it's a rich country. Why is this still happening? But when we say homelessness, it can be all types of things. You know, it can be people that you see on the street, you know, sitting on cardboard boxes, but it could be people that have been kicked out of their homes. They might be sleeping on somebody's couch. It's all different types of situations where they don't have secure housing. So right now I'm joining you live from my really nice apartment in Paris. I'm super, super lucky, but unfortunately there are a lot of people that don't have the same opportunities that I do. So the Stop Homelessness petition is, the whole goal is basically just to stop homelessness. Housing should be a human right, and that's our biggest goal that we're working together towards achieving.
It's a humane way of make everyone feel like they're a human and are able to go along in the whole of society and not being left out. And it's an interesting thing you just said with data, because countries run on numbers. So the fact that homelessness is by default very, very difficult to measure because it is literally tracking the people that do not partake in the system. Would you say that this is one of the big reasons that it is so underreported?
Definitely. I think it's really difficult to track exactly what's happening, and I fear that the numbers that we do have are actually underrepresentative of the problem at hand. And we need to work together. Europe needs to provide some more support so we can actually lift the veil of this problem and understand it at its core, and work together to make sure that homelessness really is something that's in the limelight. I feel like that a lot of this time is just happening behind closed doors. You know, friends of friends that might be too proud to say that they actually have a problem. and that they need help. These numbers aren't tracked; they just go, undetected. But yeah, data is one way that we really need to improve, especially with the situation.
Which is a huge endeavor on its own, because it's really difficult to get a hold of these people. They don't have addresses. How can you find them? How can you even get an accurate report? Even more so, of course, with the undocumented, which is also a very an even more underlighted problem, maybe, and even more difficult to trace. Am I mistaken in that?
Yeah, absolutely. These people don't want to approach organizations for fear of, being bussed to the other end of the country. I worked with some kids that were trying to become refugees on paper. And, if they're found, they could easily be deported. So they're almost fearful of coming forward and asking for help. Yet they're in Europe. It's such a rich country. I keep saying it, but it's shocking to me that we have people living on the street and people that don't have secure housing. Especially during COVID, we all told each other to stay home, and unfortunately, it's not a reality for everyone.
Yeah, because it's.
But we can do something to help. We can sign the petition. So if you haven't yet, please do go and sign the petition to address to the EU and to allow them to put in some regulations or some advice for our EU countries to really highlight this problem.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, we talked about this a bit earlier, but for our new viewers, we are talking about the Stop Homelessness effort. Please go to the Volt Homelessness, Stop Homelessness on the Volt Europe site, or the link sent in the chat message later on, and sign the change.org petition. Could you maybe talk a bit what that change.org petition is all about?
Yeah, sure. So the change.org petition is part of a larger petition that was sent to the European Union in 2020. And basically, we just want them to say to the member states, hey, you're getting money from the EU. We would like a portion of it, just a small portion of it, to go towards stopping homelessness. So there's 3 ways that we've asked the EU to ask member states or EU countries to address homelessness. It's making sure that all homeless programs, housing programs, have no barriers of entry. If you have had a drink, in the afternoon or with your dinner, you don't want to be turned away. So making sure that anyone who needs housing can have access. The second one is making sure that people, who don't want to be homeless, who don't want to be in a situation, have support. There's a question here on Twitch about people who are on the street, and what's our opinion of people who just really do want to be on the street and actually don't want the support. And I can't speak for all of Volts, but I can speak for myself that if somebody does want to be on the street, that's totally their right. It's totally prerogative. I don't think we should be forcing people into housing if they don't want to. But the choice needs to be given to them. And when you look at housing affordability in biggest countries or bigger cities across Europe, that's not always a choice that they have. So if they want to be on the street, that's totally fine, but they don't. They should have the option of having housing. And the third one, that if you sign the petition that you're asking the EU to highlight to member states or EU countries, is that we are preventing and minimizing causes of homelessness. I think everyone here, most of us live in bigger cities across Europe. We all understand how much housing is and what percentage of our income it is. How difficult it might have been for us to find apartments. I know here in Paris, it was so hard to find an apartment. I was really, really happy that I was so thankful to get what I did. But for so many other people, it's hard to find housing. We need to change this.
for sure.
Please go to change.org/stop homelessness, which is a link, and that's also in the chat, and sign the petition. And let's do this together and stop homelessness.
If I can pitch in here about, I think the
Yeah, sure.
Volt's opinion about the homeless that are not interested in getting out of the streets. Very often, homeless people who are not interested in getting out of the streets, they are not interested for a reason, whether it is immigrants who do not want to be reported, or people with addiction problems, because that is also a major issue. There is very often a cause. Again, I cannot speak for everyone, but there is often a cause, and it's probably those causes that need to be addressed.
Yeah. So pitching in on that, it is. I think most of us would agree on the fact that it is not so much about whether people want to be on the streets or not. It's about whether the people that want to do that are often have other reasons for not wanting that, which is at the same time not an excuse to not deal with those underlying problems, right? Undocumented migrants fleeing from the institutions, or junkies not wanting to get into hard drug troubles should have help rather than being bullied further away from society. And maybe it is important to look into that rather than just stating that's it, right? Then stating that's enough. That's what I'm trying to say.
If I can just ask one quick question to Jessica, because I thought it was an interesting thing while we were still talking about data not too long ago. As you're saying, the data may not always be the most reliable when it comes to homelessness. Although when I was looking at the reports that I sent earlier, that I was talking about earlier, I see a plus 85% young homelessness in 6 years in Denmark, plus 32% in Lithuania, plus 17% in Poland, and I see a minus 10% in Finland, which I think is a very interesting number. That there is actually homelessness decreasing in Finland. So do you have examples of best practice, best policies that are in place that can help?
Yeah, absolutely. Finland, I believe, is the only example in Europe where homelessness has decreased. And, first, I keep saying it, a rich country like Europe, we need to take our best practices. And Finland is a best practice that we can copy. What they're doing in Finland is quite cool. It's basically what we've used as inspiration for our petition. So they have a housing first approach, which is something that Andrew Funk of the Homeless Entrepreneur Organization also supports. And it is making sure that people have no questions asked if they need help. I think quite often we have these rules and regulations that people need to, tick boxes to see if they can get help. They go on waiting lists if they need a house. We need to get rid of this. And if someone is hungry, if someone needs a place to stay at night, no questions asked, making sure that they just get housed first. And that's what's been happening in Finland, and it's successful. It could be better, but it's our best example that we could have.
Yeah, so as to reiterate what Bas Clazon said, no questions asked sounds amazing. It really is. It's really the most important thing, right? Unfortunately, when you live on the streets, you don't really have the means to come across as the best person you can be often, right? You need to, it's just a lot more difficult, and having one less reason to get back into the system where you can be more what you want to be, then that's a win, according in my book at least.
And while we're answering to Bas, big shout out to you for signing the petition. Thank you very much for your support.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Consider sharing it with everyone that you know.
Yeah. All right. So there are a few controversial questions, right? Let's just run a bit of a devil's advocate thing here, if you don't mind. So there are, like, we already...
Of course, no, go for it.
Cool. So we already had the issue raised, like, should we give homeless people money when we come across them? But we can, like, there are other voices like that, right? You can also say, should we report them to the police? Is that a good idea? What's your take on that?
Well, I think Robin said it before, or perhaps it was Carlo, like the reasons that people fall into homelessness is really complex. I wouldn't say the police have the tools and the resources and the training to really help those people that are in that situation. So my gut reaction is to say no. I think the police have, a lot of work that they are doing, and adding homelessness as a problem on the police it's not going to help. There are some great organizations that you can reach out to. The homeless entrepreneur, they have a helpline that you can call if you're not too sure, or you could give the number to them, the people that you come across that are homeless or people that need help, and they can call the number and get some advice. But I wouldn't call the police purely just because they don't have the training. They're not social workers. They are, an absolute last resort. Organizations have better
for sure
resources. But thank you for the question.
Yeah, of course. So
if I may add.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I may add to Jessica, something that we have to understand is that most homeless people do not present an immediate threat to us citizens, or like to the other citizens around them. So calling the police on homeless people is certainly not going to help because of the reasons that Jessica already said. They don't have the training, they don't have the time. But in general, also the trust in society, the trust in the police of homeless people is so low, they would not accept any help if it would come from a police. I believe already me as a personal citizen, with someone with a house with more or less a safe standard of living, my trust in the police because of recent global events has taken a bit of a blow. Now put yourself into the person of someone who has been completely living outside of society. They would run away or completely dissociate if they would see a policeman or a policewoman approach them. So something that is more reasonable is to talk to the homeless person, talk to them about the social services that do exist, and propose that you could call someone from the social service, from the food bank, from the homelessness shelter, that could give them some more information, some direct help, rather than sending them to the police station, where at best they will get the same information as you could give them, or at worst land behind how is it called, like in the cell because of some minor drug abuse, some minor issues that they might have with the law.
Absolutely, it's a really good point. It's so complex. The police cannot solve everything, and we need to think of the people first, not the police and the distrust that this is happening, which is really unfortunate. But there are some great organizations like Hello just mentioned that are definitely in a better position.
So are they present all throughout Europe, or is it more of a regional thing?
It's definitely more of a regional thing. There is no one size fits all approach. So what you find is you get smaller organizations and national organizations. So always just do a quick Google to see who your local one is. But quite often the Red Cross will either themselves be doing some great things, or they will know people locally who can help.
Perfect. So just
actually, that's a great transition to to another question. Meaning, if we want to change that situation, if we want to actually stop homelessness, like the petition is saying, is it? Do you think it's it is better to, or easier, or what should we do? Should we have more of a multinational approach, like the EU, a national approach for France or for the UK, or a very local approach, maybe more as a neighborhood or as a village or a city?
This problem, I would say, is so big that we need to tackle it from every angle. The European Union can help by enacting policies and sharing best practices with all the different member states. The mandate or the power where people can actually make change does happen on the national level. So we need national governments to pay attention to this. Unfortunately, some national governments have made it really difficult. They've made it illegal for in some areas to be homeless. So it makes it even trickier for people in those situations to ask for help. So make sure that you vote for governments or politicians that understand the problems that people are facing. And for local politicians as well, some cities and mayors also have a lot of power where they can affect change and help organizations. So in answer to your question, Robin, it's so big. We need to do it from all angles. We need to approach it from local, national, and also EU level. And together we will be able to stop homelessness. But we need to act.
That is,
and it's not, yeah.
It is a full Euro.
I'm sorry, Mike.
No, please. It's a European problem, and you really can't solve it, especially with the open borders and in the multilateral world, with undocumented migrants who will find a way, especially with migration on the rise. It's only going to become more of a problem, and having the right institutions as well as the on the ground facilities to deal with these things should be a huge thing. So we also have a comment from Bongo Kamerad. When I see homeless people, I will try to buy them a meal or something to drink, since I do not have good memories when giving them money. So that again boils back to the question we already discussed a bit earlier. Should we give homeless people financial should we give them money? And when is it a good thing and when isn't it? Is there like a threat which can guide you?
And before Jessica, you answer, I can even elaborate. Should we give money, food, or even clothes, blankets, anything?
Absolutely. It's such a good question, and I don't even think the experts can come up with a very, very good answer. I think the best thing that you can do is, like, I believe it was Bongo who asked the question, and thank you, Bongo, for taking people out and, giving them a meal and spending time with them. I think, having a friend to speak to is, really, really valuable. Sometimes money is helpful, sometimes it's not. You never know until you talk to them. So yeah, just if you see somebody need, speak up and just say hello. Sometimes eye contact is what they need, especially during normal times when people are walking past. It can be really, really sad to see people on the street and just nobody is looking at them. They might look at their dog. I see a lot of people on the street who have dogs, and they get more attention and more human contact than the actual people. So humanity is needed and kindness is needed. And if you can give money, talk to the person first, see what would actually help them, and treat them like a human being.
So it's that's really what it's all about, right? When I talk to people about this problem, they often heard problem is, or issue they have, is that it makes them feel very uncomfortable. So they rather act like there's not a thing, which is, of course, the whole issue at hand, right? You are basically making making the person, it's the person right next to you, less of a person, and making it more of an issue. And do you feel like that is... I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong here, that the best way to start dealing with this is push through that and actually engage with the people you are seeing. and then decide what you can do or whether you should do something.
Absolutely. I really encourage anyone to go and speak to people who are in that situation. Even if just to learn a nice story about someone or a heartbreaking story about someone. But I understand it's not the easiest thing to do. I live in France and my French is absolutely terrible. So it is really, really difficult to talk to homeless people or people that I see on the streets. So I'd recommend people to go and help out with a organization. The structure is there, and they're generally really welcoming to volunteers. I've met some.
Oh no.
I think she disconnected.
I think so too. All right, then I am going to. Whoop. There we go.
Jessica is here in the in Discord.
All right. No, Jessica has. Oh no, you're.
Jessica's back.
There you are.
You might need to put on your camera again, Jessica.
Yes, and once that is done,
It was really strange.
I can put you back. There we go. Ta-da!
Apologies about that. I have no idea what happened, but that's fine.
So now,
I was just saying,
Go ahead.
reach out to organizations or go and talk to people and find out some stories. But I understand it's not always the easy to go and talk to a stranger on the street and say, hey, what's going on? But there are some great volunteer opportunities that you can research in your area.
So again, I would say I can only recommend to approach the Red Cross because they do have a lot of options if you want to volunteer and to help, and mostly they do have experience and they can teach you how to reach out to people on the streets. And if you're scared, if we can say, of doing that alone, or if you don't know, feel like you don't know how to do it, it's a great way to actually learn how to help people on the streets, and also to make friends with people, with like-minded people.
Definitely.
If I can just put a little intermezzo, I think what is important to understand is that the most evident cases of homelessness are, of course, the people that are on the streets. However, most of the or many of those affected actually live in shelters or temporary housings, such as hotel, and tend to be more invisible to the public. So we need to understand that not only the people that you see every day in front of your house or in front of shopping malls are affected, but also people in shelters. And those shelters are often during like cold periods such as we had last week all over Europe. Those shelters are overfilled and they can always use volunteers. They can always use resources because the resources and the personnel is always underfunded by the European member states, by the European Union. I linked in the chat of the stream FEANZA, the link of the European Federation of National Organizations working with homelessness. They have a lot of superb resources. So if you're uncomfortable with helping the people right there on the street, uncomfortable with giving them money or uncertain how to approach them, you can certainly look up on that website organizations that are close by to where you live. And then you can perhaps send them an email saying that you would like to help, but you would like to do it in a safe environment and where other people can instruct you on how to approach those people or how you can help by donating, a thermo, how's it called, a thermomat, or a tent, or some foods. Or at times people also, like homeless people, also need, for example, school material. We often forget that a lot of homeless people also have little children that at times have to go to school. Normally they should go to school, and we should allow them to do so.
Thank you very much, Carlo. And so yeah, consider checking that. And I think on that positive note, we can maybe stop our debate because I think it is getting late.
That's fine.
So thank you. Thank you very much to everyone. I'm gonna send all the links once again in the chat to sign a petition and to supports the homeless entrepreneur.
Thank you
And,
so much, Robin.
make
That's really cool. And also, thank you so much, Jessica, for being here and talking about this. This is really, it's really good to bring this
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. It's been amazing to be able to talk about this topic. I don't think it's talked about enough. But yeah, I'm really excited that so many people came on and played the game with us, chatted about stop homelessness, and also checked out our Twitch stream. So there's a couple of links. Go check them out. Especially homeless entrepreneur Andrew Funk in Barcelona is doing some amazing work. And yeah, we'll see you next time talking about another topic.
That is
There's a
the
good
case.
question. When will the next event be? Do we know yet? Is it scheduled?
So we are trying to do those events weekly. So we should have an event next week, same day, same time.
That is
At the
correct.
same channel.
Fantastic.
Every week, the Vault Game Night, and every week it's always a different topic and different speakers, or just nice gaming, for whatever suits your fancy. And in fact, we will now switch over to another game of Among Us for those interested. It is a bit later in the evening, so I can imagine that some people are just going to call it a nice and quiet evening. For the rest of us, we will be starting in a bit again after thanking everyone yet again. So thank you so much, Jessica, for coming over. Robin, David.
Thank you for having me.
With pleasure. Thank you so much. Robin, David, all of the other people. So also Carlo, Anna, Ilikoga, sorry, and Dasha. There we go. And of course, all the viewers, and especially those that have donated or also sign into the change.org petition. And if you haven't, please look into it. It really makes a lot of difference. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Jess.
Have a good
Thank
night,
you.
everyone. And toodaloo.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, should we jump into another game?
Yeah, regarding that,
Yes.
we got feedback.
Sure.
Mike, if you could change our category on Twitch to Among Us when we actually play it, that might help our own stream and perhaps some interested people.
That is a
While
very
you
good
were
question.
talking about the homelessness, I realized that there is some interesting facts how Russia handled that thing, because I'm from the Belarus and I know quite a lot about what the Russia been doing about this problem. So I can share a few things with you if you're interested.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah. Let's first jump to the game, I guess.
Yeah, let's jump to the game, and then we can
Yes.
you can tell us a bit more about how Russia deals with
That
homelessness.
sounds good. So there was a request about changing the thing, and I had no idea. So, and also hello Wilhelm238. Welcome to the chat, and thank you for joining. So if someone can give me a heads up and make me feel
Yeah,
less
don't
of a...
worry. I will change our category.
Thank you. I feel very
I think
old.
it also still says late night with Vault instead of our other category.
Yes. By the way, I was just wondering, wouldn't it make sense to restart the stream, because it will give a pop-up notification with saying Vault Europa is playing Among Us?
That is an option. At the same time, meh.
I'm not sure whether the people that already follow us are the people that we need to reach right now.
Fair enough.
Fair
That is a
enough,
good
yeah.
point.
All right. And with that, let's go back to the stream. There we go. And we are now going on to the in-game. I'm just going to rehost right now with the code coming up in a bit. It will just be 10 people with 2 imposters on a new map. And the code will be in the game discussion chat in a bit. IRL PBF. And please come over and help me out, because on my own it is just a guy with a piece of cheese on his head.
Great.
Isn't that the dream?
Okay, there's the code.
Yeah, the code is in the game night or game discussion chat. All right. And I think we are complete now. Is everyone in?
Everyone
Seems
from
like
the
it.
voice chat at least. I'd wait a few seconds. Isaac wants to join
Perfect.
us.
Yeah.
Isaac is also a member of our Discord server community. He's interested, involved, but not a member yet.
And that is
Well,
okay.
I think we have right here one of the best arguments. Do you have a lot of political parties streaming Among Us and talking about important political issues?
Excuse me, sorry.
I mean, Robin, you have to have understanding, like for some parties, not naming anyone, but in Germany, for example, the internet is still new land, you know? As Angela Merkel says, das ist Neuland.
As a German, yes, this is so true. It is sad.
So how are you actually connected to the network, Anna?
I'm in Belgium. That's the only way.
That explains it.
You have to go to...
Also, I heard a very disconcerting, but also very hilarious slang for Dutch people from Germans, and I'm in awe by the creativity. We are swamp Germans, and I'm sorry, I find that personally very hilarious. I love that so much.
Okay, so we've got
Hello
two
to the new
people
people.
who've joined us. It would be Isaac, I introduced him already, and Space Fox. He's also a member of our Discord server community. He's from Russia, so he can't even vote.
The same thing for me.
Well,
Do you
regardless,
mean not yet?
Not yet.
regardless,
In
we are
addition-
very happy to have you here. That doesn't really matter. You can. I mean, this is perfect all around the world, except for the winning Europe.
Definitely.
In addition, Dasha, I believe if you're registered in Brussels, at least, I don't know how it is otherwise, other parts in Europe, but if you're registered as a resident in Brussels, you can actually vote on a local level.
Vote purple then.
Always. What about the other member states? Can you vote locally even if you don't have a nationality?
I have absolutely no idea.
Some you do, but not sure if it's the same in every country. We are 8 people now in the lobby.
Yes.
Does that mean we
Is
should
everyone
message
going
someone?
to? Is everyone started now then?
I don't think Isaac has joined our game.
No, not yet.
Our code is in the game discussion channel. If you could just take it from there.
Okay.
Yes, there we go.
However, this would be perhaps a good point to mention an ECI that we are supporting, namely the Voters Without Borders initiative. It's a very, very interesting initiative that has been running since September, I believe.
So,
And it is advocating for giving people all across Europe the rights to vote, not only on a local level, but also on the regional and national level, which they are currently deprived of.
So that's an interesting. That's a very interesting take among about voting. So, how would that work? Why is that important? How would it work?
Well, why it is important, I can give you an easy answer. If you pay taxes, then you should be also represented in a way, right? That was the entire reason for the American Revolution. Without without representation, no taxation, right?
For sure.
Apart from also that if you have been living a great deal of your life in a certain spot, you should be able to decide how the money that you contribute and by paying taxes should be used. Now, how it will turn out and how it will work out in practice, I do not have all the details of that initiative, but I believe it works that if you meet certain criterias, then you can register to vote, like you do also when you register in the second country for the European elections.
Hold up! There has been a murder. Oh no!
There has been a murder. Yeah, exactly. It's in the doorway from the office from the left side of the office, basically.
Yeah, I saw the corpse out of the bottom of my eye.
Yeah, so I believe the comms were sabotaged exactly at the same time where murder was committed.
No, I walked past Eli Gorga just as he was walking down, and I was walking up to comms. Then he must have died afterwards.
Have you seen anybody following you?
Not that I can remember, no.
Interesting.
I like that for a second, to be honest, I was so focused on the game that I did not listen to the debate whatsoever.
Why am I suspicious? What am I doing? I'm just completing tasks.
Yeah, that's not fair. I think Mike is suspicious.
I'm always
But
suspicious.
that's just me
I have
everywhere.
absolutely no idea what we're doing at the moment.
Like,
we're trying to find the murderer.
No, I get what we are doing, but I mean, we have absolutely nothing, no?
I skipped.
Anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, let's skip.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Not
skip
enough
too.
evidence.
Yeah. I spent quite a long time on comms doing the thing, so...
Alright.
Ooh, there's a lava pit in this one. Cool.
Rainbow
God, if
lava.
you're detected, that hurts.
I never played this map. Where the hell am I? Oh.
Yeah, actually, I don't know.
So for convenience sake, with the tab button, you can open your mini-map as a hotkey, if, for the noobs like me.
Very helpful, thank you.
So what is your take on this initiative, this ECI, about voting wherever you live?
I think it makes
I think
perfect sense.
It's actually, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you're living somewhere, you should be able to have a decision power, because a lot of decisions are going to be taken for you, and you cannot have any decision power on it. As an example, I think when there was the Brexit vote, a lot of people were affected by that vote, and they actually could not do anything about it.
Yeah, my aunt is actually has been living in the UK for a long time now. She is Dutch and was not able to have a say on that, but it is definitely ruining her livelihood due to exactly this. And yeah, it's a huge problem with a lot of people being affected by it and don't get to say, especially with the very heavy with the tight election results that like they were. But we have a word.
Wait, Anna is that? I thought Anna did something, but never mind.
Okay.
I found the body near entrance to electrical, and I don't know, I haven't seen anyone again, so I have no idea who could it be.
That's
Which
suspicious.
one of the body did you find?
5 seconds, please.
Some people saw me doing the weather thingy. I think it was the Space Fox and MagicMike. So
I saw.
I didn't see the purple, white, and the green throughout this round, at least.
I was doing a task in the research lab in the bottom right, so it's likely that no one saw me there.
Right.
I was
doing
actually
a
running
task
there and
in
you
I
saw
don't know
me.
where.
I am in the bottom
I
right
was
right now,
voting.
so
Unexpected.
I am literally in the bottom right now, so that is suspicious if I'm honest.
Mike, you're not there. You must have vented.
Oh, that must be it.
Oh, okay, okay. I see you. We will just silently vote, I guess.
Well,
Oh, wow.
Mike.
Oh, Dasha, okay.
That's interesting.
Well, this is painful.
It's like
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Also, about the
serves you
Russian
right.
take on the homelessness.
but yeah, that was a bit
Yeah. Basically, of course, they don't have any laws about this in that country. They don't care about the homeless people. So the activist and the just citizen decided to make the initiatives of making a shelters, not only temporarily shelters, but they've been accepting people for more than a few months. And they're obviously helping them with finding meals and jobs. And it's been going on. First of all, it started in Moscow, and then it's expanded to other regional cities. Obi-Wan, amazing.
Nice.
Guys, you should have voted for purple. And
Oh, it was
for the
Draco
green,
all
because
along?
that's okay
Yes,
too.
of course it was. He was calling me suspicious all the
Draco
time.
and Robin.
Always. It's been me all along.
Vote
Vote
and
for
agree on
purple.
the suspects.
Yeah, so after the Moscow initiative, it expanded to other regional cities, and now it's a really big thing, and they have a lot of donations. So for me, that's a really good example of how, like, citizens who are curious about other people can do something very helpful and valuable for the society. And I think at this point, even without having much help from the government, people can do a lot more. That's what I wanted to share with you.
So
that's actually very nice. Yeah,
it is.
So they basically like launched their initiative to gather some funds, right?
Yeah, exactly. They just did everything by themselves without any help from the government or rich people, I would say.
So it's a bottom-up initiative even. That's really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And it was especially successful after the Corona crisis. Because
Really?
a lot of people end up on the streets in Russia, and they're kind of strange with the laws about the Corona and like other Corona measures. So it's been weird there, but the overnight shelters been really helpful.
Yeah.
I was kicked out of the game.
Oh, 3 people died, or
3 people died.
Well, this is an effective murder. Oof.
I was Space Fox.
Well,
Mike.
Mike, do you have anyone you want to ask questions about?
Yeah, where are the bodies?
The body is in the bottom left. The one I found, and I found Morisenko. And I saw Rob behind the door, but I wouldn't say he was suspicious outright already.
I was doing tasks at the left, and I saw one person, but I forgot their color. Yeah.
Thank you, Eli. That helps a lot.
Someone I don't know who did something.
Yeah, I also saw Rob behind the door, and I don't know what he was doing. So I'll
Like, he
keep
was
my eyes
literally
on the
standing
next
there.
round.
Exactly. I'm going to skip this one, though.
I think there.
Skip 2,
Okay.
and I'll look at Rob.
But if you are Rob, then you are very effective with 3 already.
Well, then you already know that it can't be me.
Well, innovative, right?
No one was ejected. Or maybe I've been playing.
I can already feel the ghosts completely hating us right now.
Anyway, we were talking about the homelessness initiative still.
Yeah.
Oh.
About the. Oh gosh.
Yes, it's getting a bit later,
very hard,
isn't it?
It's actually very hard to play and speak at the same time.
Oh,
Yes,
goodness.
that's how I died.
I do feel like multitasking is a huge lie.
Yeah.
That's what
Wow,
Rickon
that was
think.
quick.
Well
That's
done.
what you're
Well
really
done.
good at.
Well done. Nice one.
That was
Well
Then you
done.
casually just, score goals
GG.
or do whatever.
But
Now
on that,
Mike, one question.
Yes.
Where did you go?
Everywhere.
Like I saw you there, and then you disappeared.
It's MagicMike.
He might have died.
I literally died. Zistray killed me.
And then
Literally while
It was the
running.
last kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It was funny how Zestre and me just went killing, Rogue in the bottom left, and then, someone finds the body, and yeah, it must be Robin.
Yeah, how did you get away with my murder? It was like 10 people there.
Where? When?
Hidden in plain sight.
It
the
literally
thing
was.
that's really playing against me is that I'm so slow to go to any emergency that I'm always suspicious. But actually, to come back to that, to the homelessness, I saw a lot of like doing some research a bit on the topic. I saw that there were a lot of super interesting, innovative solutions out there. Like there was a city in Germany that created pods. So literally sleeping pods is like a one-person place. So literally one bed in the middle of the street, in the middle of parks. That would let homeless people basically sleep there to be like free from cold.
Okay, I literally saw MagicMike killing the space fox on camps.
Yeah,
so
come on.
him out.
Okay. Mike, do you have something to say?
Well, no, I didn't do it because I was. I mean, I'm. No.
Okay.
Do it. Kill me again.
Draco, why are you hesitating?
It's so suspicious.
What do you mean?
Mike, never become a prosecutor or something.
I am a terrible liar. I am a terrible liar. Flop. But was I? Was I though?
Yeah, you were.
Literally, Mike, did you do it? Maybe.
The judge, my defendant definitely committed a crime.
Well, be happy. If I ever become a politician, then at least I'll be an honest one. Like you, this is literally the proof that I cannot be a crook. Or can I? Please imagine like the toot 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 image in there.
Mike, did you kill all of the birds to work for the bourgeoisie?
What? Sorry? What did I do?
Never mind.
Someone reset it. I have to finish the task.
Oh, it's done.
Okay.
I have a David Bowie song in my head. It's so hard to play and focus with a song.
Your sound is very soft.
Okay, I'm just gonna assert that purple and black are safe.
Oh yeah, but I am always suspicious.
Yeah, I'm sure Black is not the murderer.
I got the mic out, so...
Yeah, my decision is clear, it's white. But,
It was me, though. Where was the body anyways?
Somewhere in the center. I just stumbled upon it.
Considering the
center
fact
right.
that I've been playing with Carlo this game for a lot of times, I would say it is him, because there is a lot of people dead at this point. But I'm not sure. I'll try.
Can you show me resetting
Who did you vote? Who did you vote? Who did you
You're
vote
voting
for?
purple, of course.
ooh.
Well, you voted purple.
Of course, yeah, that's of course the right thing to do.
Good job.
Congratulations, people. Nice.
Yeah, it was quite difficult to kill all the 6 of you remaining.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. You will learn. You will learn.
Yes, Mike.
Will I though?
But just as a recommendation, maybe you people need to run around more with the other people, that they think you're less suspicious.
Yeah,
that is true.
Like, we are only 8 people. Okay, Anna just joined again.
We are 9 people.
But
yeah, we
you
should
know,
wait.
Eli,
Yeah.
usually, the people that run with me die, so that's difficult.
That's true.
Yeah, I was gonna double up with Carlo, but then he killed me.
And you shouldn't kill on camps to not be suspicious. That's the main thing.
That's a very good advice.
In front of the camps.
That's a thing.
Righty.
Already?
I mean, I think the imposters can do it from the first few seconds on. Oh, what happened?
Who's that?
So,
what? 2 people already?
2 already.
I
That's
saw
fast.
Space Fox running to the corpse, reporting, but I don't think it's him. Don't take me wrong. I don't think it's
I
Space
just
Fox.
reported the temperature in laboratory was running out.
I'm gonna-
on the
Yeah.
camera near the entrance. So the body. And I
I'm
saw
doubling
Paul
with
running
Space
up
Fox
to-
this round.
I don't think it's him either.
Wait, who found the body?
Me.
Okay, so I was just at the right reactor thing. When I ran up there, nobody was there. Where exactly did you say the corpse was?
Right near the entrance to the laboratory corridor.
Okay, so I think the
On
kill
the
must have. I think the kill must have been very fresh.
It's very fresh indeed.
You could smell it.
So
We could
Okay.
go for a skip because it's definitely not Space Fox. This
Well-
Stray, what did you vote for?
Oh, I just
Wait,
skipped.
Carlo, where were you?
I came from the bottom and I saw Spacefox approaching the body, reporting it, but I didn't see him killing it.
Okay,
From the
Spacefox, can
bottom
you
where?
corroborate that?
By the time I was running up to the corpse, I saw Carlo coming a bit from the left, maybe like.
Okay,
50 to the
sounds
So
good.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's him, so I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Where are the others?
Yeah, where's Mike?
I am literally doing electrical wiring, and you interrupted me from doing a task. So, come on.
Of course,
Well, it
of
is.
course.
Sorry, Flower.
Of course he did.
I mean, I will always vote Purple, Draco.
Excuse me, I'm innocent.
Okay,
I'm always
I think this is gonna be a skip, but I'm gonna vote Mike.
Again.
Also, can someone who speaks German
Also,
be
wait,
truly
why
evil?
did
Think
Rob?
about that.
Why did Rob vote for me?
Rob?
Okay, we shouldn't.
Suspicious, Rob.
Suspicious.
What's happening now?
That's seismic stabilizers, not reactor. Okay.
Draco, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like playing Among Us is a bit like handling the social media channels. There's always an emergency.
What's happening? Oh no.
Twitter is on fire! We gotta react!
Oh no, there's a typo in our Instagram story.
Is anyone running the right one? Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Oh, it's done.
Oh no, we have a minor TT.
Well, on the next task. Dun, 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 dun.
It's my personal interest, but if you're going to discuss politics, I would love to ask you what do you think about the situation in Belarus? Because I'm Belarusian and I'm very curious what European political parties think about that.
About the situation in Belarus right now.
Maybe you could give us a little introduction about what is happening in Belarus. I think from a Belarusian, it's completely, it's even more relevant than from us, and then we can tell you a bit. If that's okay with you.
Or were you meaning the situation with Lukashenko?
Yeah, exactly. The situation with protest and the protest against the dictatorship. This stuff. I'm not sure about the Volt Europe position on that. Of course, I know the Volt Belgium position on it. But what I'm specifically interested in it is how you think it's possible for European Union to help Belarusian people in that. But we'll continue after the voting.
The body is just north of the lava pit.
Okay.
So, bottom right.
Yeah, 1 second. Who was with all of us when we were in the starting room? Who wasn't with us?
Well, Space Fox wasn't, because he's dead.
Yeah.
Ilikoga was there, Carla was there, I was there, MagicMike was there.
Yeah.
Okay, Draco and Rob wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
Draco and Rob, it's between you two.
I
Draco
saw
Rob?
Draco close by on the left side towards electrical, so I don't think it's
Okay.
him. It might be Rob.
So from my experience from today, I think if it was Carlo, would all be.
I'm
dead
gonna
by
vote
now.
Rob because he voted for me.
Hey,
then.
True,
come on.
true.
Who do I
Rob
vote for?
was
Who do I vote
voting
for?
him.
I think this is a very bad idea.
Alright.
I don't know who to vote for. Who do I vote for?
I'm pretty sure someone at least saw me do some tasks here.
But did you do task?
Yeah, that's a question.
But
Yes,
Eli,
I
if
have
it's
no
not
idea how to
Robin,
understand that.
you know the rules, and so do I.
Yeah, but we don't know.
Wait, if it's not Robin, then it's Eli?
Wow.
We literally won't know.
Rob is going for the
my vote, I'm saying
filibuster. I
it's
see
Eli.
it already.
I'm gonna vote blue next round.
Bye.
Because you voted.
Goodbye.
Yes, you voted purple.
You confuse me.
All right. Okay. Ah, I found. I knew.
Draco.
I knew it was. I knew it was Carlo. I figured it out just now.
Carlo, I
Wow.
overestimated you. I thought you would have finished us way sooner.
What a
Draco,
beautiful.
why did you not take me when I was at the start?
Oh, because I had the kill countdown. I killed too much. So that was...
Oh yeah, I remember.
All right, people. I am going to call it a night, so I am going to quit the stream in a bit.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You should stop when it's at best at its peak, and I just had 2 victories. Sounds good.
Exactly. You always want to finish on a win. But
I don't think
thank you
it's
so
a
much,
good thing
Mike.
to leave on Draco winning.
I mean,
Well, we can continue.
I disagree. I like purple winning. You know that in that regard.
True.
I totally agree.
That's a
Let's
good
get that
idea.
seat.
We can
That's how
We'll
we
get-
see it.
private if somebody wants to play.
I'm still down to continue, but I guess for Mike it's gonna get late. So thanks
Yeah.
so much, Mike.
No
Yeah,
worries.
Thanks for hosting us on the live stream.
Without a pleasure it was, and thank you all so much for joining. Also, thank you so much again, Robin and Draco. It was really nice to have this again. Let's do this next week, and see you all later.
Well, thanks very much for taking care of everything, and always a pleasure.
Awesome.